mentally straight and teach them things and talk to them. And, baseball is such a mental game. You just try to, make sure they're on the same page as everybody else.
And you have a string of non-region games before the region matchup coming up in about 2 weeks. What do you think your team needs to work on in practice and in these non-region matchups?
Just make sure we throw strikes, having good at-bats at the plate, putting the ball in play, and just learning.
So with losing both games on Saturday to the Appleton County Pirates, the Bulldogs now fall to 1-3 on their overall record. Here is head coach Derek James in his second season as the head coach of the Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team. Let's start with game one. What were your thoughts on that game?
Overall, like I said, look at the scoreboard, pretty big difference there. And like I told the guys, hits were about the same. Big difference was they put some balls on the ground. And to be honest with you, and I need to do a better job just due to inexperience. We had kids that quite made the plays they needed to make, which obviously prolonged the game, gave them more outs and more at bats. But overall, like I said, swung the bats a little bit better. Just, I still need to do a better job getting the ball in play with runners in scoring position. And we talked about it, the difference in game one not being quite as much as you think it is. And kids did a good job, bounced back game two, and basically game two being a one at bat difference.
From my perspective, it seemed what y'all struggled with today was y'all would get runners in scoring position and then be unable to drive them home. What was going on there?
Yeah, that's where we got to get better. And the fact is, like I told the guys, the difference in the ball game is their kid scorches a ball to left, bases loaded, it goes off our glove. And then the difference is we never hit the ball hard with somebody on base. We just got – once you put the ball in play, it's got to be a tough play for them. And we got to do a better job sitting back and getting the most of our bodies and driving the baseball. Right now, we're just not doing a very good job. Too many strikeouts, runners in scoring position, and too many weak ground balls.
So getting ready for a region matchup, which you still have 2 weeks away for that, but you have a string of non-region games coming up. What is the game plan?
Like I said, trust what we're doing. We got kids that are getting better, and that's what we're told. We got 3 weeks to cut our teeth before Bacon comes to town. We threw some guys today that's never thrown in a varsity baseball game, and we're going to do it next week with the 4 or 2 at Coffee and 2 at Telfair. And then the following week, we're going to do the same thing. The fact is, we want to get our kids as many reps as possible before Bacon comes to town, because we do got a lot of guys who are playing their first, varsity baseball. And like I told them, in 4 weeks, that's not an excuse. It's an issue right now, but 4 weeks, we got to be who we're going to be, because like I said, we play in the toughest region in the state.
Now the voice of Toombs County Baseball, the youngest, brightest, and best sports announcer, Bryce Brady.
And welcome to Douglas, Georgia on Y101. We're here today for a non-region matchup between the Toombs County Bulldog baseball team and the Coffee County Trojan baseball team. Again, as I said, a non-region game. Coming into this game, the Toombs County Bulldogs are 1-3 overall, and the Trojans are 2-1. Up to bat first for Toombs County will be center fielder Chandler Lynn, who's coming back from a fantastic wrestling season. He can't start until one sport is over. So the pitcher today for Coffee County is Wes Lott. The first pitch to Chandler Lynn is off the plate for ball one. Lott coming set. Winding, here's the 1-0. I'll be off the plate to make it 2 balls and no strikes on Chandler Lynn. On deck will be left fielder Trey Cloud, followed by first baseman Gray Stevens. And here's the 2-0. That'll be in for a strike to make the count 2-1. On the mound for Toombs County today will be Chase Musselman. 2 balls and 1 strike on Lynn. Here's the 2-1. He's going to chop it over. It looks like it's going to stay fair for third baseman Justin Swords. He's going to throw it across the diamond for out number 1. 1 down, and that'll bring up senior Trey Cloud. He's playing left field today for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Chandler is getting off the field. Lott coming onto the mound. He's working from the windup. Cloud bats from the left-hand side. Lott pitching from the right. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be in for a strike to Cloud. I don't know if it's the acoustics of where I'm sitting or if there's a radio. Well, definitely not a radio, but if somebody's listening to the stream, I'm hearing an echo from where I am. Next pitch will be ball 1. Pretty sure it might just be the acoustics. Here's the 1-1 from Lights. It's going to be in for a strike. Cloud now falls behind 1 and 2. On Saturday, in Game 1 versus the Appling County Pirates, Cloud went 1 for 2, and then in Game 2, he went 3 for 4, having all 3 base hits for the Bulldogs. In Game 2, next pitch, high, to make the count even at 2. Cloud wearing number 12, of course, as I keep saying, the only senior on this baseball team. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss, and that'll be strike 3 on Cloud. 2 down, that'll bring up first baseman Gray Stevens, who's wearing number 22. And, he bats from the right-hand side. On deck is sophomore Bryson Stanley. He's playing third. But up to bat's Gray Stevens. Light, coming set, again working from the windup, and delivers. First pitch is going to go off the plate for ball 1. The Bulldogs were supposed to have a game last night at home. However, Jackie Jones retains water badly and had to be canceled. Next pitch, swing, and a miss. That'll be strike 1. Coffee County, if you've never been here, has very nice facilities. Field is very nice. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, which he's going to line into left center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. And Gray Stevens, starting off the first inning, 3 batters in with a base hit, and that'll bring up Bryson Stanley.
Number 2, Bryson Stanley.
Stanley stepping into the box in Game 1. I know he went 1 for 2 with a walk on Saturday's pair of games. Blott now working from the stretch with a runner at first. Pitch coming to the plate is in for a strike, and that'll make it 0-1 on Stanley. Light giving a look at Stevens at first, coming set. Winding, here's the 0-1. Stanley's going to take a large hack at this one, missing for strike 2, and now he falls behind, 0-2. Stevens has his lead, Light looking, deliver to the plate, swing, and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. So 4 up, 3 down for Toombs County here in the top of the first. Gray Stevens reaching with a base hit. We're going to the bottom of the first with Chase Musselman on the mound for Toombs County. We're going to take a break and come back on Y101.
Don't miss another dose of your medication. With All Care Pharmacy's Care Plus packaging, we help you remember to take your medication the way your doctor prescribed it. We secure all of your refills for you each month, package your medications by dose and time of day, and we offer free delivery in Lyons and Vidalia, all at no additional charge. Call Debbie Holly at 912-524-0100 for more information.
Well, it's tax time, and Geiger Insurance and Tax Service at 114 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons can handle all your tax needs along with free quotes on your insurance. Anel Geiger can prepare your taxes and also do electronic filing. Give Geiger Tax and Insurance a call and find out how easy your tax preparation can be. Get ready to write this number down, 526-4220.
Hablamos español.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Wiggins Associates Invite 8.
And welcome back to Douglas, Georgia, here on Y101 as Bulldogs are in a non-region matchup with the Coffee County Trojans down here in Coffee County. On the hill today for Toombs County, as I mentioned, is Chase Musselman. Behind the dish is sophomore Jason Dukes. Over at first is junior Gray Stevens. At second is junior Alex Gordy. At short is sophomore Cody Cortez. At third is Bryson Stanley, also a sophomore. Going around the outfield, you have Trey Cloud in left, Chandler Lynn in center, and you have Will Watson right. And that'll be a senior, junior, and a freshman.
And now leading off for the Trojans in the bottom of the
Again, Chandler returning back from a fantastic wrestling season. And he is back in center for the Bulldogs. So this is the first time Chase Musselman has taken the hill since that opening game versus Tattnall County, in which he had 6 complete innings for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Brady Skipper is in for a strike. Musselman working from the windup and is going to deliver the 0-1. This ball's going to be fouled out of play for strike 2. In the Tattnall County game, Chase Musselman had 6 complete innings pitched, allowing 2 hits, no runs, had 4 walks and 6 Ks. Skipper is now behind in the count 0-2. He's the second baseman for Coffee County. Musselman winding and breaking ball going to be hit on the ground to shortstop Cortez. Cortez fields it, fires across the diamond. Stevens unable to pick it, and that ball's going to be bouncing back towards the fence, but comes back. So Skipper reaching on an error, and that'll bring up Logan Dale, the shortstop.
And now batting number 4, Logan Dale.
Runner at first, reaching on an error. Musselman looking around, making sure everybody's ready. Now he's going to come onto the mound. No score here in the bottom of the first inning between the Trojans and the Bulldogs. Musselman giving a look at Skipper, who has his lead at first. First pitch up, and here's the throw down to second. Runner going, tag is applied, and the umpire says he slides in safely, and that puts a runner in scoring position for the Trojans. So Toombs County doesn't want to give up runs early here. 1 ball, no strike on the shortstop Logan Dale for the Trojans. Musselman coming set and delivering, and that ball's low. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Musselman coming set, winding. Here's the 2-0. Going to be lined into left field. Cloud backing up, and he's going to make the grab for out number 1. And he's going to get it in swiftly, so no go from Brady Skipper, who's on second base. With 1 down, that'll bring up Trevor Gruska, the left fielder.
And now batting the left fielder, number 1, Trevor Gruska.
I decided to go up like Major League. She just popped up, just like Funky Things. She just popped up.
He's going to be batting from the left-hand side. He's playing left field today for the Trojans. On deck is pitcher Wes Lott. Musselman giving a look. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in for a strike. See, we should be live on YouTube right now if you can't listen to the game on the radio. Musselman coming set, giving a look at Brady Skipper, who has his lead. Pitch to the plate is going to be low and away for ball 1. Musselman receiving a sign from sophomore catcher Jason Dukes, giving a look, and here's the pitch. Just missing for ball 2. Musselman stepping on, pitching from the stretch, runner on second. Gruska at the plate. Here's the pitch from Musselman. And it's going to be low. And Musselman falls behind. 3 balls, 1 strike. Musselman coming set. Here's a 3-1. Ball's going to be chopped foul, first base side, and that'll load up the count. So a full count on Trevor Gruska, the left fielder for the Coffee County Trojans. Musselman coming set, giving a look at Skipper at second. Cody working in, working out. Next pitch, did he go? Yes, he did. And that'll be strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring up Wes Lott, the pitcher.
And now batting the pitcher, number 2, Wes.
Wearing number 2. On deck is Justin Swords, wearing number 15, who is playing third in the DH. And that's a new rule in the GHSA this year, is you have to have a DH, meaning they could put somebody in to pitch, but he's going to stay in the lineup to hit. Here's the pitch from Musselman. It's going to be high for ball 1. Head coach Derek James explained that to me while I was getting the lineup earlier. 1 ball, no strike on Lott. Here's the pitch for Musselman. Going to be hit on the ground to Cortez. Cortez backhands it, fires to first. Stevens picks this one, and that'll be out number 3. So a 4 up, 4 down for Toombs, and then a 4 up, 4 down for Coffee. And we're going into the top of the second inning. No score here in Douglas on Y101.
Check out these great deals going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in lines like 8-foot battery booster cables, $8.99, or 10-foot battery booster cables, $14.99. Max Premium Starting Fluid, $1.99. Chevron Delo 400 SDE HD diesel motor oil, $12.99 a gallon. 2.5 gallon of diesel DEF, $9.99. 20-piece SAE metric 12-point socket set, 3/8 drive for $29.99. There's some more great savings going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in lines, and we hope to see you there.
The Sandwich Shop, located at 213 Green Street in Vidalia, has all your fresh homemade sandwiches. Amy and the gang can fix you a sandwich with over 20 different varieties of sandwiches, from the common BLT to a Philly steak and cheese. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Give them a call at 537-9263. Hope to see you there.
Now back with more of Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by L.A. Geiger Tax and Insurance.
And welcome back to Douglas, Georgia, here on Y101. The Bulldogs are playing in a non-region game versus the Coffee County Trojans in Douglas, Georgia. Up to bat now for Toombs County will be freshman right fielder Will Watts, followed by junior second baseman Alex Gordy, and catcher sophomore Jason Dukes. On the hill again for Coffee is Wes Lott. Well, actually, they're saying it's Justin Swords, and that would be correct. Wes Lott is now over at third. That's interesting. Pitched a whole inning, which this is a non-region game, so what most coaches like to do is go through their pitchers and see what they have and see what the coaches are working with themselves as far as the team goes. But Wes Lott pitched a whole inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 Ks. That's good for an inning appearance, I would say. And up to pitch now is, of course, Justin Swords, who is still warming up here, but it looks like we're about ready to go. And we are. If you're out of town and you can't tune in to the radio, again, MixLR, Barney, B3, all lowercase. The games will read live in the bottom right, I want to say. Or if you're in an office and you don't have a radio, but 100.9 FM, Y101. Up to bat now, right fielder Will Watts. Here's the pitch from Swords. And low for ball 1. Pitching from the stretch, coming set, winding. Here's the 1-0. That'll be low for ball 2. Watts working ahead in the count here. Or I say he's working. He's just looking for something good to hit. Pitcher falling behind in the count. Here's a 2-0. Swing. And a missed strike 1 for Watts. 2 balls, 1 strike on the freshman right fielder. Here's the 2-1. An off-speed pitch, which he's going to put in right center field for a base hit. And that'll bring up second baseman Alex Gordy. In game 1 on Saturday, Gordy went 1 for 3, and I don't think he had a base hit in game 2. Gordy, a junior on this team, second baseman, and wearing number 8. Now, when I got here, it was 71 degrees, according to my car, and now that the sun is going out of sight, seems like it's getting cooler, which is supposed to, according to the forecast. Here's the pitch. Gordy showing bunt, but it's going to pull back for ball 1. Now, if there's one thing I haven't seen from this Toombs County offense this year in the 4 games they've already played, not counting the scrimmage, is any small ball at the plate. Watts has his lead. Gordy going to show bunt again. That's going to be called strike. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, Tanner Hampton at first, Brady Skipper at second, Logan Dell at short. Justin Swords is on the hill now, but Wes Lott has moved over to third. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gordy. Here's the 1-1. This breaking ball, that'll be in for a strike, and now Gordy is behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the outfield and left field is Trevor Gruska, followed by Griffin Walker in center and Garrett Smith in right. Here's a 1-2 to Gordy, way high and off the plate for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the junior second baseman. Swords coming set. Watts has his lead. Here's the pitch. Gordy going to swing at it. First base is occupied. Watts is going to scoot back. So that means Gordy is out on a strikeout. 1 down, and that'll bring up catcher Jason Dukes.
And now batting Toombs County, number 15, Jason Dukes.
You know, if there's one position that Toombs County baseball had sewed up for a long time, that would have been the catcher's position. Cole Graham caught beginning his freshman year as a varsity catcher and caught all 4 years and did a very fine job behind the plate and just every year progressively got better. Dukes caught last year in some junior varsity games. And now he's the varsity catcher. Here's the 1-0. He's going to pop up into the air. Watts is going to freeze. Left fielder Gruska is coming in, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2.
And now batting number 4.
That'll bring up pitcher Chase Musselman. With 2 down and a runner at first. Bulldogs looking to score some runs, which I guess that's the goal every inning, right? Swords coming set and delivers to the plate. Musselman is going to bunt foul. That was smart. No one was expecting that. Speaking of small ball, there you go. However, that went foul, so that'll be strike 1 on Musselman. On deck, shortstop Cody Cortez, and then we'll be back to the top of the order. Musselman looking down at head coach Derek James, and now he steps back in, bats from the right-hand side, throws from the right-hand side. Sword delivers to the plate. Breaking ball going to be called a strike. Watts going to second, and the ball got away from shortstop Logan Dale. So Watts is there safely, and it puts a runner in scoring position for Toombs County. However, Musselman has fallen behind in the count 0-2. Sword is going to step off, which makes Watts retreat back to second. And now he steps on, coming set. Winding, here's the 0-2. It's going to hit, and it doesn't get far enough away from catcher Lake Abels for Watts to go anywhere, so he scoots back to second. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Chase Musselman. Justin Swords working from the stretch. And coming set, looking back at Watts at second. And delivers the 1-2 to Musselman. And that'll be low for ball 2. Musselman working the count here late. Swords jumped on Musselman 0-2. And now Musselman has worked it back 2-2. Swords coming set. Giving a look at Watts. Here's the pitch. Musselman going to chop right over the head of the pitcher. Second baseman Skipper comes over and not able to make a good throw to first. Ball getting away. Watts comes to the dish. Watts going to slide in safely as the ball got away from Lake Abels. And then Musselman's going to scoot down to second. So the Bulldogs jump on top 1-0 here. With 2 down, that'll bring up Cody Cortez. Bulldogs jumping on top here in the second inning, 1-0. On deck, junior Chandler Lynn.
And now batting number 1, Cody.
But up to bat right now will be Cody Cortez, the shortstop. Runner in scoring position. First pitch to Cortez is going to be high for ball 1. Cortez wearing number 1. Musselman getting his lead at second. Swords coming set, giving a look. Here's the pitch. This ball is going to be lined in the left field, but Gruska moves over to his right and makes the catch. That'll be out number 3. I tell you, Cortez has had some hard hit balls to places, but just can't seem to find any holes. We're going into the bottom of the second. Bulldogs leading the Trojans 1-0 here in Coffee County on Y101.
Need a loan? You're always on the winning team with First Franklin. Come see the friendly Franklin folks in Vidalia or apply online at www.oneffc.com. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Check out these great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your Thoroughfare Galaxy food store lines like beef cube steak, $2.98 a pound. Dole fresh bananas, 48 cents a pound. 32-ounce high-top vegetable oil, 98 cents. Keebler Club crackers, $1.98. 3 rolls of Better Value paper towel, 98 cents. 6-count North Star assorted twin pops, 98 cents. There's some more great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your local Thoroughfare Galaxy food store lines, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Heritage Ag Supply and Lines.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. The Bulldogs playing in a non-region matchup at Charles A. Wilson Field here in Douglas, Georgia. It's really not hard to get to it all. You know, last year I rode down here with Barney and we had some trouble finding the field. You want to know why? Because one of the signs on the road pointed Coffee County High School straight ahead, when really you're supposed to take a right at the light. And so you would think, you know, maybe we should trust road signs, that they never lie, right? However, we didn't get lost too bad. We just turned around after going about 3 miles down the road. We were like, yeah, I don't think it's out here. So that'll bring up the guy who started at third base for Coffee County but moved to the mound last inning, Justin Swords. Here's the pitch for Musselman. Going to start off with a fastball, which is going to be fouled off for strike one. Swords will be followed by catcher Lake Abels, first baseman Tanner Hampton, right fielder Garrett Smith, and center fielder Griffin Walker. Musselman working from the windup, coming set. And he's going to deliver the 0-1. This ball's going to be popped up. And it looks like it's also going to go out of play for strike two. There's no protection for the fans, really, other than this net. I mean, overhead protection. So I have to keep my eyes on the fly balls. I'm going to have to forsaken the radio equipment to jolt out of the way. Here's the 0-2 for Musselman. This ball's going to be lined into center field. Chandler Lynn moving in, makes a diving catch. And that'll be out number one. Nice catch by Lynn. Lake Abels coming up. He's the catcher for Coffee County.
The catcher, number 14, Lake Abels.
A nice catch by Chandler Lynn, who I keep telling you is returning from a fantastic wrestling season for the Bulldogs. One down for Musselman. He's coming set, winding, and delivering to the plate. A nice breaking ball, just missing. Ball one. I guess if it misses, I have to call it off-speed pitch, right? A breaking ball means it starts there and then comes to a strike, right? Here's the 1-0 for Musselman. This ball's going to be hit on the ground in the 5-6 hole for a base hit for Coffee County. First one of the game for them. And puts a runner on base for first baseman Tanner Hampton.
And now batting the first baseman, number 25.
Are they playing Bad Company by Bad Company? You know, I hear that these kids get to choose their walk-up songs. And I'm impressed that someone my age knows Bad Company. Which I guess people who, you know, really listened to Bad Company back when Bad Company was a big band were like, they're impressed that I know who they are. Musselman now working from the stretch, going to deliver to the plate, a ball off the plate for ball one. A runner at first, bottom of the second. Bulldogs leading the Trojans 1-0. Musselman giving a look to Lake Abels, who has his lead. Here's the pitch, swing, and a miss, and that'll be strike one on first baseman Tanner Hampton. On deck is Garrett Smith, the right fielder. Musselman coming set. Here's the pitch. It's going to be inside for ball two. The Trojans are in the first base dugout. The Bulldogs are in the third base dugout. here at Charles A. Wilson Field in Coffee County. Here's the pitch. Then it's going to be fouled off. For strike two, the runner was going. So it could have been a hit and run call. Musselman working back onto the mound. Counts even at 2, 1 down on the first baseman, Hampton. Musselman going to throw back. And Abels is there safely. Or at least I think that's who that is. I know Abels is the catcher, and they usually sub runners in for catchers. Let's see. Which looks like that's what they've done over there. Here's the pitch to Hampton, and it's going to be high to load up the count. Let's see. It looks like that's number 2 on base. And number 2 is Wes Lott. Can't tell. I can see part of the 2 when he gets his lead. Here's the full count pitch from Musselman. That's going to be called strike 3. Here's the throw down. The tag is applied. Did they get it? Yes, they did. That's a Bulldog double play with Musselman having a strikeout at the dish and Jason Dukes throwing Lake Abels, the catcher. Or I'm sorry, that was first base or number 2 Wes Lott, who was running for Lake Abels. We're going to take a break. Bulldogs leading 1-0 going to the top of the third on Y101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
Plenty of colleges can promise you a route to a job, but did you know that Southeastern Technical College graduates have a 98% job placement rate? STC programs have you work and make connections with regional employers, and those connections translate into employment. And because Southeastern Tech students work with employers in the fields they study, STC's in-field job placement rate is incredible. Take the classes you want to get the job you want. For more information on enrollment, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Hello, folks. This is Wallace from Gordy Enterprises. You RV trailer and motorhome enthusiasts, if you're going on an extended stay, always have your tires checked to be sure they aren't too old. If you own an RV or a motorhome, you should have your tires replaced every 4 years due to dry rot. This could be the results that you may be able to prevent. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, my mama always said.
Gordy Enterprises, HD Wright Road between Vidalia and Lyons.
Now back with more of Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by the Sandwich Shop on Green Street in Vidalia.
And welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101, Charles A. Wilson Field for a non-region matchup between the Bulldogs and the Trojans. And I can't tell, that looks like another pitcher for Coffee County. Let's see, number 1, that is a new pitcher. Number 1 is Trevor Gruska, who came from left field. That means I have no idea how the rest of this infield is. So I'm probably not going to address the infielders by their names, considering they made so many changes already. I don't want to be wrong. See, Swords pitched 1 inning. He gave up 1 hit, and that was to Will Watts, and 1 run, which that was an earned run. And he had no walks and 1 K. And up to bat for Toombs County is center fielder Chandler Lynn, I guess he catches with his left hand because the glove's on that hand, but that's from the left-hand side, throws from the right. And here's the pitch from Gruska. That's going to sail high for ball 1 on Lynn. Lynn in his first at-bat grounded out to then third baseman Justin Swords. 1 ball, no strike. And here's the pitch. Lynn fouls this one over towards the Toombs County dugout for strike 1. Here's a pitch from Gruska to Lynn. Lynn's going to pop this one foul out of play onto the football field, which is right behind us. And Lynn's now behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bulldogs on top here in the top of the third, 1-0. Gruska coming set. Here's the 1-2 to Lynn. It's going to be off the plate to make the count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grushka working from the windup, coming set. And here's the 2-2 to Lynn. Called, strike 3 on the outside edge. And that'll make 1 down to bring up left fielder Trey Cloud. Another left-handed hitter, except Cloud is a true lefty. He throws from the left-hand side as well and rights and does everything else with the left hand. With 1 down, Cloud in his first at bat struck out on a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Grushka. Cloud going to show bunt, but doesn't. Ball off the plate for ball 1. Senior Bulldog steps back in. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the 1-0. He's going to hit this one on the ground to, I think that's Tanner Hampton at first. He fields it, steps on the bag, and that'll be out number 2. See, number 25. Let's see. Yeah, that is. Told you I wasn't going to do that, but I did. So 2 down. That brings up first baseman number 22, Gray Stevens. Stevens having a base hit in the top of the first inning in his first at bat. Steps in, batting from the right-hand side. Here's the pitch from Grushka. Going to be high for ball 1. On deck, third baseman Bryson Stanley. Grushka coming set, winding, and delivers the pitch. That'll be low to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Stevens ahead in the count here. Here's the 2-0 from Grushka. Stevens fouls this one off, and that'll make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. You know, there's something about Grushka's windup that could possibly throw a batter off if you're not watching carefully. Just throw the timing of the batter off. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that makes the count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Stevens. 2 down, top of the third. Bulldogs leading 1-0. And here's the 2-2 pitch. And that'll be called strike 3. So in the top of the third, the Bulldogs unable to score any. Instead, they had 2 strikeouts and an unassisted ground ball to the third baseman to make it 3 up, 3 down. The Bulldogs are still leading. We're going into the bottom of the third, and Douglas on Y101.
Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Chicken is just like a vacation in the tropics, only without the sunburn. Or the dive-bombing seagulls. Or all of that pesky sand.
How'd it get in there?
Well, at least it tastes like the tropics. Enjoy our famous chicken tossed in a tropical blend of spicy habanero, fruity mango, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk boneless wings and the new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you'll get a kick out of Zaxby's.
Heritage Ag Supply has their seed potatoes in now, along with all your garden seed. It's time for lime in your garden, and you can get it in bulk or bags. Don't forget, it's time for pre-emergent on your lawn. For your fertilizer or garden needs, make it Heritage Ag Supply at 451 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons, or give them a call at 526-3858, or find us on the web. And we hope to see you there. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you by Thriftway Galaxy Food Store and Line.
Welcome back to Douglas here on Y101 in a non-region matchup between the Toombs County Bulldog baseball team and the Coffee County Trojan baseball team. Up to bat for the Coffee County Trojans will be the 8 and 9 batters, Garrett Smith, the right fielder, and Griffin Walker, the center fielder. Bulldogs are on top 1-0 here after almost playing 3 complete. Smith wearing number 10 and is the right fielder. Yeah, that sounds more like music that my generation listens to. Musselman working from the windup. So far this game, he's only given up 1 base hit. Musselman coming set and delivering to the dish. Ball high for ball 1. Musselman coming back onto the hill, coming set. The Bulldogs have kept their defense the same. No changes as I'm looking around. Time has been called by Smith. Steps out, and now he steps back in. 1 ball, no strike. Musselman coming set. Here's the 1-0. And that'll be low to make the count 2 balls, no strikes for Smith, who is now ahead here. Number 20, Griffin Walker, the center fielder, is on deck. 2 balls and no strikes. And here's the pitch. It's missing high to make it 3 balls, no strikes in Garrett Smith's favor. And here's a 3-0 from Musselman. That'll be in for a strike right at the knee. And on the inside part of the plate, Smith batting from the right-hand side. Stepping back in. Musselman coming set. Winding. Here's the 3-1. And that'll be high, and Smith will take his base down at first. It's Musselman's first walk of the game. And with the runner at first, that'll bring up center fielder Griffin Walker.
And now batting the center fielder, number 20, Griffin Walker.
Speaking of more music that people of my generation listens to, you know, now that I'm on this, I'm gonna have to start listening to all their walk-up songs. Musselman now working from the stretch with a runner at first. Giving a look at Smith, who has his lead. Here's the throw to the plate, shows bunt. Gonna throw back to first. Here's the tag. And the umpire is saying that Smith was back safely. And that pitch to Walker, I didn't really see him pull back. I'm not sure what the umpire is going to say about that. He called it a strike. So that'll make it 0-1. Didn't he call it a strike? Musselman coming set and delivers the pitch. Going to show bunt again and doesn't. I'm not even sure what that is. Yeah, 0-2 on Walker. I was right. Oh, for the first time in a long time. Actually, it happened earlier this game, and I didn't say anything about it, not to jinx myself, to be wrong from the scoreboard, but I was right and the scoreboard was wrong. You know, with Brian Graham working the controls, that's usually never happens. All-speed pitch missing to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. I tell you, at the home games, he really does help me keep things straight on the radio. All kind of misinformation I might be delivering to you if it wasn't for him. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. All first base was occupied, so he's going to be strike 3. Oh, George Thurgood and the Destroyers. That'll bring up Brady Skipper, the second baseman. Number 9, who reached on an error by shortstop Cody Cortez to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, that's bad to the bone. I believe back in my day of being the Y101 Caller of the Year, I used that as my theme song. Musselman coming set and delivering. This pitch is going to be popped up into the air to right fielder Will Watts. Watts moves about just a bit, but makes the catch for out number 2. And with 2 down, that'll bring up shortstop Logan Dale. Dale in his first at bat flew out to left fielder Trey Cloud. Musselman receiving the sign from catcher Jason Dukes. Now coming set. And here's the pitch. Swing. And a miss. Strike 1. I think what Coffee County is doing this game is changing pitcher every inning. As I mentioned earlier, this isn't on region. So they're seeing what they have before region starts. Here's the pitch. And that ball's going to sail way high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dale. Musselman looking back. Here's the 1-1. Nice off-speed pitch, but missing low for ball 2. Musselman coming back on, working from the stretch. Runner at first. Right fielder Garrett Smith. Here's the 2-1. This ball's going to be popped up into the air. Out of play for strike 2. Two down. Bulldogs on top. 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Musselman coming set. and delivers the 2-2 high for ball 3. And now the count is full. See how Musselman handles this full count. Now we'll give you the statistics of the other 2 count pitches he's had just in this game alone. Going to throw back to first. Smith gets back safely. Musselman gets back on the mound. Full count. Here's the pitch. Ball's going to be fouled off. Out of play. Full count on shortstop Logan Dale for the Coffee County Trojans. Musselman now coming set. And delivers the full count pitch. Missing for ball 4. Two down, and what I was saying, that'll bring up Trevor Gruska, but what I was saying, and 2 other full count scenarios in this game, Musselman had Ks, and in one he had a double play, a strikeout here at the play, and then Jason Dukes threw down to second base to get the put out there. Runners are on first and second, one in scoring position for this Coffee County Trojan team. Going to start them off with a breaking ball. It's getting by Jason Dukes, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. And now both runners are in scoring position. And Coffee County could go ahead here, or at least tie it up. So the work's going to have to be done at the plate. Ball 1 on left fielder Gruska, who struck out on a full count pitch in his first at bat back in the bottom of the first inning. He bats on the left-hand side. And here's the pitch from Musselman, low for ball 2. Or I guess that first pitch may have been a strike. That's what they have on the scoreboard. Let's see. Here's the pitch from Musselman. That's going to be in for a strike. Let's see if the umpire gives the count. I mean, 2 strikes is fine with the Bulldogs. Other than the count I may have, just 2 balls and 1 strike. But we'll see here. Here's the pitch. High. See if he gives the count here. That'll be a ball. That must be, scoreboard must be accurate if he hasn't said anything. So the count's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Musselman coming set. Here's the 2-2. Ball's going to be hit way out in the right field. Watts is moving back towards the wall. And that's going to be bouncing against the wall. Watts is going to get that in. He's going to go all the way to third. Here's the throw for Cortez. The third baseman Stanley. And Stanley's going to tag him out easily. So the Coffee County Trojans score 2 on a hard hit double by Trevor Gruska, who in an attempt to get extra bases was put out at third by the Bulldogs. And the Coffee County Trojans has just taken the lead 2-1. We're going to take a break and come back in the top of the 4th inning on Y101.
Darrell and Lucretia Nobles are proud supporters of the Toombs County High School baseball team, and a reminder that the next blood drive will be Monday, April the 6th from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Callaway Center in Lyons. And go Dog!
When problems arise with that big rig diesel, the solution is right here in Lyons. Stevens Truck Center on Highway number 1 south of Lyons features the experienced certified mechanics, the parts, and the equipment to get that big rig back on the road, and you'll be completely satisfied with the time and money you've saved when it's done locally. At Stevens Truck Center, call 526-3118.
Now back with more of Toombs County Baseball, brought to you in part by Rivers Heating and Air and Electric, your local Lennox dealer. Give them a call at 537-8490.
Welcome back to Charles A. Wilson Field here in Coffee County as the Bulldogs are taking on the Coffee County Trojans in a non-region game here in Douglas, Georgia. About an hour and 16 minutes from the station, from the edge of Toombs County. That's a good question. Not a question for me. Maybe like what? An hour? So, I mean, in all honesty, it's about a straight shot, really. Once you turn on 221, right? Isn't that road? Yeah, 221. Isn't that what that is? It's a straight shot for most of the way, right? Don't want to tell you a wrong road. Let's see. This is the road right here. Yep, 221. Yes. The Trojans are on top of the Bulldogs 2-1 here in the top of the fourth, scoring both of those runs in the bottom of the third on a nice hit by left fielder Trevor Gruska. Scores his base hit, or a double, really. He was put out at third. So I'm going to score that. So that'll bring up Bryson Stanley, the third baseman for Toombs County. First pitch to him is in for a strike. On the hill now for the Trojans, Tanner Hampton. Gruska pitched a whole inning. Next pitch, Stanley's going to line out of play for strike 2. Gruska pitched a whole inning, gave up no hits, no runs, had no walks, but he had 2 strikeouts. And both of those were backwards Ks. Hampton now coming set, 0-2 on Stanley. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3 on the third baseman for the Bulldogs. And that'll bring up right fielder freshman Will Watts, who's had a base hit in this game for the Bulldogs. Watts wearing number 14, bats from the right-hand side. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be in for a strike to make it 0-1. Hampton working from the stretch, no one on base. Here's the 0-1, and that'll be low, getting way away from the catcher. But there's no one on base, so it really doesn't matter. That'll make the count even at 1 for Watts. Watts stepping back in, wearing number 14 for the Dogs. Hampton coming set. Winding. Here's the 1-1. And that'll be low for ball 2. In his first at bat, at the top of the second inning, Watts reached on a 2-1 count base hit. And there's a 2-1 count on him right now. Let's see how he reacts. Here's the pitch. And he's going to take one for a ball. Watts ahead here, 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck is junior second baseman Alex Gordy. Hampton coming set. Here's the 3-1, and that'll make the count full. That'll be strike 2 with 1 down. Let's see how Watts handles his full count pitch here. Statistically, I have no idea how the Bulldogs are doing on first count pitch or full count pitches. This pitch is going to be popped up out of play. I lost it in the clouds, but I saw the catcher run over that way, so I knew I was in the clear. Catcher, Lake Abels. Or I hope he's still there. Let's see. And here's the pitch. Watts swings and misses on a full count, and that'll be strike 3. Yeah, that's Abels. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tanner Hampton. That'll bring up Alex Gordy. Gordy striking out in his first at bat on a 2-2 count. He's going to foul this first pitch for strike 1. You know, one thing I do on car rides is I always, when we're going by a tower or something, I look at my phone to see if it's Verizon transmitter on top. Pitch off the plate for ball 1. Fouled off that first pitch, yeah. It counts even at 1. And all the way down here, we had which I have Verizon. Next pitch, low for ball 2. Now, that's not free publicity. You think anybody for the Verizon Corporation is listening? Aren't there headquarters in, like, I don't know, Atlanta? Aren't all the headquarters for the big companies in Atlanta? That'd be swing and a miss, and that'll make the count even at 2 on Gordy. But anyway, there were several towers on the way down here, and I kept looking, and you know, we had great service. Right now, there are 3 bars of LTE according to my cellular device. Next pitch, high for ball 3. Gordy now have a full count. Also looking at the YouTube channel. I have no idea how many people are listening on the radio. You know, that I don't think there's a piece of equipment to tell that. Because they'd have to put things in the car, and then they'd have to do all kind of stuff. Called strike 3 on Gordy. The Bulldogs haven't scored a run since the second inning, and they're down 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the 4th here in Douglas, Georgia on Y101.
Reedy Creek Meat Company, located at 204 Washington Street in Vidalia, has fresh farm Georgia grown beef, Nothing never frozen. Dry aged with no nitrates. Or get the 20-pound box. Mix or match, meat of your choice. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 6 and Saturdays 9 to 3. That's Reedy Creek Meat Company at 204 Washington Street in Vidalia. Or give them a call at 912-386-4625.
Does your home have its own weather pattern? Rivers Air Conditioning and Heating can help you by servicing your current system or providing you with a new energy-efficient Linux system featuring innovative iComfort 530 thermostats to let you monitor and adjust your home temperature anywhere with your smartphone app. Call Rivers Heating and Air Conditioning at 912-537-8490 or visit us online at riversac.net.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Heritage Ag Supply and Lines.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. The Bulldogs are in a non-region matchup versus the Coffee County Trojans here in Douglas, Georgia at Charles A. Wilson Field. The Dogs are down 2-1. Musselman still on the hill. I'd say he's had a fantastic game so far. However, not as good as Tanner Hampton just had for the Trojans, having a 3-up, 3-down on strikeouts. Oh, man.
And now leading off in the bottom of the fourth, number 2, Wes Rock.
You know how your parents always tell you about music they listened to that was popular in their day? What am I going to tell my children? I listen to my parents' music. And even some of the music they didn't listen to back in the day. First pitch to Wes Lott is low for ball 1. Well, kids, I really didn't listen to my generation's music, but I can show you like music from 2 generations ago if you care about that. Musselman working from the windup. Here's the pitch. And that'll be in for a strike to make it 1-1. One ball, one strike on Lott. Musselman delivering the 1-1. And that'll be in for a strike to make it 1-2. Whoever my children's mother is, hopefully she listened to this type of music. Actually, I take that back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lott. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit this one on the ground in the 5-6 hole for a base hit. He's now 1 for 2 today, grounding out to the shortstop Cody Cortez earlier, and that'll bring up Justin Sword.
And now batting number 15, Justin Sword.
I'm letting all the listeners on Y101 and YouTube hear this music. If I have to listen to it, you do too. Here's the pitch. Going to show bunt, but it's going to be fouled back here. First strike 1 on Swords. Runner at first. Bulldogs down 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. On deck's catcher Lake Abels. Musselman working from the stretch with a runner at first. Going to deliver to the plate. A nice off-speed breaking ball. Swing and a miss from Swords. And that'll make it 0-2. Coffee County scored 2 unearned runs back in the bottom of the 3rd on a nice 2-run RBI double by Gruska, who was put out at 3rd, trying to take extra bases. The next pitch is going to be off the plate for ball 1. Musselman now coming set. Here's the 1-2. Ball's going to be popped up into the air, out of play. That's going somewhere. Just not over here. Just not over here. Musselman working from the stretch, giving a look at Wes Lott on first. Coming set. Here's the 1-2. It's going to sail high. Duke's jumping to his feet to get that one. And that'll make the count even at 2. Musselman coming set, giving a look. And here's a 2-2 to the dish. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll make 1 down to bring up catcher Lake Abels, who in today's game is 1 for 1.
And now batting the catcher number 14.
Having a base hit. Let's see, that sounds like rock music from, I want to say, the early 2000s. One down for Musselman. Bring up catcher Lake Abels. Here's the pitch, and that'll be in for a strike on the inside part of the plate to make the count 0-1. Middle infielders Cody Cortez and Alex Gordy backing up every throw from Dukes to Chase Musselman on the hill. Musselman coming set and delivering. Ball is going to be popped up sky high into the air. Bryson moving back. Cortez moving to his right, and Cortez is going to call everyone off and make this catch in deep third base, shallow left field for out number 2. And with 2 down, it'll bring up the guy who likes Bad Company, the song Bad Company. First baseman, Tanner Hampton, who had a heck of an inning for the Trojans in the top of the 4th, having 3 back-to-back-to-back strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down inning. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Musselman working from the stretch, runner at first, coming set. Here's a 2-out pitch, going to be hit on the ground to the shortstop, Cody Cortez. Actually, Stanley's going to move over to his left and make that catch and throw over to first, and that'll be out number 3. So Musselman giving up a hit for the first batter in the bottom of the 4th, but Coffee County scores no more. Coffee County leading the Bulldogs 2-1 as we go into the top of the 5th here in Douglas on Y101.
Gary Marcel again. Y101 had a contest going to be the greatest station in the United States, and they had answered all the questions correctly, and this was the last question, and it was Tone's turn to answer it, and the question was, name the 4 seasons. And Tone thought a minute, and he said, that's easy. Salt, pepper, mustard, and vinegar.
This here story brought to you by them good old Wiggins boys up there at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. When your head is hurting, or you got a cold, or your blood pressure's up, or you just feel sick, go by and see Brother Mike, the nurse practitioner at 537-2530. Or if your foot's are hurting, or you got an ingrown toenail, or you just can't hardly walk, go by and see Brother Mark, the foot doctor, at 537-2559. They might even sing to you or tell you a joke. That's Wiggins Associates, 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. They'll take care of you from head to toe. Thank you. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Tar Land and Timber and Line.
And welcome back to Douglas, Georgia, in a non-region matchup. The Bulldogs are down here playing the Coffee County Trojans. On the hill now is number 6, Maddox Shook. Like I said, I figured that's what Coffee was doing after they took out West Lott after the first. And, that's a smart tactic. They're trying to see who all they have, what arms they have for this season. And I think Coach Derek James right now is more concerned with the Bulldogs changing that record a bit. Right now on the season, Dogs are 1-3. So far in this game, Musselman has allowed 3 base hits. I have him as 3. The hit by Gruska, which he was put out at third for, was a stand-up double, but on extra bases, he got thrown out. What would any of you score that? As 2 runs scored on his at-bat, on his base hit, it was a rocket. He had a bomb down the right field. It bounced off the wall. So, it is a double, a standing double, but on extra bases, he got thrown out at third. What would you guys score that? Take what you say. Musselman so far has had 4 strikeouts in this game. And that'll bring up catcher Jason Dukes for the Bulldogs. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Dukes in his first at bat flew out to, I have down here that it was left fielder Trevor Gruska in the second inning, which that might be true. Yes, it is. So ball 1 on Dukes. Here's a pitch, and that'll be in for a strike. Apparently I missed a pitch. 2 balls and no strikes on Dukes. Here's the 2-1 from Shook, and he's going to foul this one off to make it 2-2. The Bulldogs down 2-1 here in Coffee County in the top of the 5th inning. See if they could score a run to tie it up and one to go ahead. Here's the next pitch, and that'll be low to load up the count. Jason Dukes. Dukes is going to step out, and he's going to step back in. Maddox Shook working from the windup. And here's the pitch. It's going to hit Dukes, and he's going to trot down to first to give Toombs County a base runner. That'll bring up pitcher Chase Musselman. And Musselman's first at bat, he reached on an error by second baseman Brady Skipper. They're going to put in Foster Jones to run for catcher Jason Dukes. So Musselman looking for a base hit in today's game. Only giving up 3 hits on the mound and had 4 Ks. Receiving some kind of sign from head coach Derek James, runner at first. Bulldogs want to score some runs here. They're down 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch from Shook, and Musselman going to show bunt, unable to put a bat on it, so that'll be strike 1. Nothing in 1 on the right-handed hitter. Steps back in. Shook working from the stretch. Here's the 0-1, and it's going to be low. Abel's blocking it up behind the plate to make the count even at 1. Shook coming set, giving a look at Foster Jones, who's pinch running for Jason Dukes. Next pitch to Musselman is in for a strike on the inside edge. Musselman now falling behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shook coming set. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Musselman's going to hit on the ground to shortstop. I think that's Logan Dell. Fields it, fires a second out there. Unable to fire over to first. Jones sliding in through the second baseman off his rhythm, which is good for Jones. Let's see. I see a number 9 on the second baseman jerseys, which is Brady Skipper. And number 2, Wes Lott, was it short? It's my mistake. But Musselman grounding into a fielder's choice. So the 1 down, that'll bring up Cody Cortez, who had a nice hit. It was a fly ball in the second inning, but it was a nice shot. The left fielder moved over and made that catch. First pitch to Cortez is in for a strike to make it 0-1. Musselman getting his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Cortez fouls this one off, who now falls behind in the count, 0-2. On deck batter, center fielder Chandler Lynn coming over to retrieve that one. 0-2 on Cortez. 1 down. Shook giving a look. Here's the pitch. It's going to be away and a bit high for ball 1. Here's the pitch. The ball fouled off, out of play. Cortez is hanging in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He steps in, wearing number 1, playing short today for the Bulldogs. He's a sophomore. Here's the pitch. It's going to be lined into right field. It looks like right fielder moves over, and Chase Musselman is so far off first, and they throw over the first baseman, and that's a double play. 3 up, 3 down for Maddox Shook. The Bulldogs unable to score a run. Another nice shot by Cortez, however, right into the glove of an outfielder. We go into the bottom of the 5th. The Bulldogs down 2-1 here in Coffee County on Y101.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tar Land and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tar Land and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call at 912-565-8850. And don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Heritage Ag Supply has their seed potatoes in now, along with all your garden seed. It's time for lambing your garden, and you can get it in bulk or bag. Don't forget it's time for pre-emergent on your lawn. For your fertilizer or garden needs, make it Heritage Ag Supply at 451 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons, or give them a call at 526-3858, or find us on the web. And we hope to see you there. Now back with more of Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by L.A. Geiger Tax and Insurance.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Dogs are losing by 2-1. On the hill now for Toombs County is senior Trey Cloud. Cloud hasn't pitched since his, he pitched on Saturday in the Appleton County game. Let's see, he pitched in game 2. He had 5 complete innings on the mound. He allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, one of which was earned, had 3 walks and 5 Ks. But in the season opener versus Tattnall County, Cloud came in relief of Musselman, pitching 2 complete innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 run, and it was an earned run, had 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Musselman in today's game pitched 4 complete innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, neither of which were earned, had 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. And up to bat now for the Coffee County Trojans is right fielder Garrett Smith, who reached on a walk in his first at bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cloud's a lefty. Here's the pitch. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1. On deck, center fielder Garrett Walker. Here's the 1-0 from Cloud. And that'll be in for a strike to make the count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on right fielder Garrett Smith. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cloud working ahead here. He's stepping back in. Bats from the right-hand side. Here's the 1-2 from Cloud. Off-speed pitch over to Stanley at third. Fields it, fires to first, and that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up Griffin Walker, the center fielder.
And now batting number 20, Griffin Walker.
Here's the pitch from Cloud. And that'll be off the plate for ball 1. After Griffin Walker, we'll be back to the top of the order with Brady Skipper, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. It's going to be hit out of play to make the count even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Walker stepping out, now stepping back in, batting from the right-hand side. Cloud, of course, as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, throws from the left. Here's the pitch. That'll be high. I have 2-1 in my book. The scoreboard says 1-2. The umpire looked at it and didn't change it. Next pitch is low. I'm going to see what he has now. He's not going to give it. Yeah, there we go. 3 balls. Yeah, 3 balls, 1 strike. That's what I have. Yep. There we go. Some confusion here. Walker going to step back in after talking to his head coach. Let's see if the head coach's name is on this lineup. Here's the pitch from Cloud. This ball's going to be popped right up into the air for the infield. Stevens going to move over to his right and make that catch for out number 2. 2 down to bring up leadoff Brady Skipper. Cy Jones is the head coach for the Trojans, who's assisted by Hill Thomas, LaDonis Bryant, and Bob Jones. He's stepping in. He bats from the right-hand side. He's 0 for 2 in today's game, reaching on an error by Cortez and flying out to right fielder Will Watts. First pitch to him is a fastball for strike 1. game's been running a little over an hour. Next pitch is going to be lined out or popped up into left field. And it looks like Musselman's going to come over and in and make that catch. And Cloud has had himself a 3-up, 3-down inning. We're going into the top of the sixth. Bulldogs still down by 1, 2-1 in this non-region matchup. We'll be back on Y101.
Well, it's tax time, and Geiger Insurance and Tax Service at 114 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons can handle all your tax needs along with free quotes on your insurance. Danielle Geiger can prepare your taxes and they also do electronic filing. Give Geiger Tax and Insurance a call and find out how easy your tax preparation can be. Get ready to write this number down, 526-4220.
Hablamos español.
Check out these great deals going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts or Napa dealer in Lyons, like 8-foot battery booster cables, $8.99, or 10-foot battery booster cables, $14.99. Max Premium Starting Fluid, $1.99. Chevron Delo 400 SDE HD diesel motor oil, $12.99 a gallon. 2.5 gallon of diesel DEF, $9.99. 20-piece SAE metric 12-point socket set, 3/8 drive for $29.99. There's some more great savings going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts or Napa dealer in Lyons, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more at Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by the Sandwich Shop on Green Street in Vidalia.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. We're back to the top of the order for the Bulldogs. It looks like Chandler Lynn, Trey Cloud, and Grace Stevens. On the mound now is Hayden Weems, who I tried to do it just by what I heard from the PA announcer, and the name I got is Caleb Lane. It's nowhere near Hayden Weems, so I don't even know how I got that. I'm looking at the lineup. I don't even think they have a Caleb on the entire roster. Let's see. Yeah, they don't. So I would have been over here calling Caleb Lane on the mound, and people from Coffee County would have thought I'm an idiot. So they may already think that. Who knows? Chandler Lynn walking up to the plate. Today, he's 0 for 2 in his first returning game since wrestling season for the Bulldog wrestling team. He grounded out to third baseman at the time, Justin Swords, and then had a called strike 3 on a 2-2 count in the top of the third inning.
And now batting number 3, Chandler Lynn.
Lynn bats from the left-hand side, throws from the right, which is on the contrary to Logan Knight, who bats from the right-hand side and throws from the left. First pitch to Lynn on the outside edge for strike 1. On deck's Trey Cloud, who's also 0 for 2 in today's game. Next pitch, way inside for ball 1. See, so far in today's game, the only base hits are by Grace Stevens and Will Watts. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lynn. Here's the pitch. Off speed, swing and a miss, strike 2.
I'll be back.
Weems coming set. Here's the 1-2. And that'll be missing. Make the count even at 2. I almost said Lane. You know that imaginary name I came up with for this guy? Hayden Weems. Weems coming set. And here's the 2-2 to Lynn. And that'll load up the count. A ball hitting in the dirt to make a full count. Lynn stepping back in, batting from the left-hand side, playing center field today for the Bulldogs. Made a nice diving catch out there earlier in the game. Here's the full count pitch, and that'll be called strike 3. It's back-to-back called strike 3s on Chandler Lynn. That'll be 1 down to bring up senior Trey Cloud, the only senior on this team who also bats from the left-hand side, but he also throws. Trey is a true lefty. I mentioned that earlier. In today's game, Cloud has had a called strike 3 and a ground ball to the first baseman, Tanner Hampton. First pitch to him is in for a strike to make it 0-1. Next pitch missing, and the count's even at 1. On deck, Grace Stevens, who's 1 for 2 in today's game. Here's the 1-1. Cloud going to foul this one off, out of play for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Bulldogs senior, the only senior on this team. Here's the 1-2. This ball's going to be popped up foul, out of play. I'm going to keep the joke going. The satirical comedy. Is that satirical? I have to look it up. I wonder what happened to what should be freshmen this year. Next pitch missing, because if I remember correctly, there were at least 6 his freshman year. Now there's 1. What happened? Next pitch, a nice ball. I had a lot of movement on it. Cloud swinging and missing for strike 3. I hope earlier I didn't say Cloud had a called strike 3 in his first at bat, because that would be incorrect. He swung and missed. Stevens up to bat, 1 for 2 in today's game. First pitch is behind him. That'll be ball 1. So far, the pitcher, Hayden Weems, has had back-to-back strikeouts, one being a called strike 3, and the other one being a swinging miss. Next pitch to Stevens. They're saying it hit him, so he's going to trot down to first. His on-base percentage in today's game is .666. And right now, as far as batting goes, he's 1 for 2 with a hit by a pitch. That'll bring up cleanup batter Bryson Stanley, who's looking for a base hit in today's game, who's had back-to-back strikeouts in the top of the first and the top of the fourth. First pitch to him, he's going to swing and miss for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. As low, Stevens not going to go. Bounced in front of the catcher. Making it 1 ball, 1 strike on the third baseman, Bryson Stanley. Weems coming set, working from the stretch, and delivers. And that pitch is going to be called for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the sophomore third baseman. Two balls, 2 strikes on Bryson Stanley. Drake Stevens is going, and he's going to be there. He's going to slide anyway. But Abel's unable to get to his feet, so that puts him in scoring position for Bryson Stanley. See if the Bulldogs can tie it up at least here at the top of the 6th. They're down 2 men. And here's the 1-2 to Williams. Stanley going to hit this hard on the ground to the shortstop. Billy across diamond. That'll be out 3. So we go to the Clouds. The ball is 1 on backed up and Georgia. We'll be back on my 101.
You always have a home field advantage with First Franklin Financial. Come see the friendly Franklin folks in Vidalia or apply online at www.oneffc.com. First Franklin Financial is a proud supporter of Toombs County Bulldogs.
For over 75 combined years, the campuses of Southeastern Technical College have been providing education for the real world. STC Swainsboro and Vidalia locations give students from Glenville to Wrightsville access to local, high-quality training that won't break the bank. From accounting to welding, Southeastern Tech's programs give you the tools to succeed now, whether you've just graduated high school or you're looking to kickstart your career. For more information on enrollment, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you by Thriftway Galaxy Food Store and Line.
Welcome back to Douglas, Georgia, here on Y101. The Bulldogs are facing off against the Coffee County Trojans in a non-region matchup. And this is the 5th game of the season for the Dogs. They started off with a regular season game versus the Tatnall County Warriors, which they fell short 1-0. They then played Portal at home, which they took that game, I believe that was 13-0. My memory is correct without looking at stats. Correct. And they lost their doubleheader versus Appling County 8-0 in game 1 and 3-0 in game 2. Logan Dale up to bat for the Trojans right now. He's 0 for 1 in today's game with a walk. Here's the pitch from Cloud. He's going to chop this one on the ground. Stanley moving over, makes the grab, and fires to first baseman Grace Stevens. That'll be out number 1. They'll bring up Trevor Gruska, wearing number 1 and playing left field today, who I'm crediting him with a base hit. In the bottom of the third, he had a rip to the right field area. It actually went all the way to the fence, bounced off the fence. He would have had a standing double, 2 runs scored, but on extra bases, he got put out at third. Here's the pitch from Cloud. Low for ball 1. We have a lefty-lefty matchup here. Grusko batting from the left-hand side. And as I've mentioned, I think 1,000 times in this game alone, Cloud is a left-hander. Here's the 1-0. And it's going to be in for a strike, mid-count even at 1. The dimensions of this field, it's 363 to dead center, 331 over to the left field foul line, and 333 down right field. Next pitch is going to be popped up into the air. Lynn moving over to his left and in, and he's going to make that catch for out number 2. 2 down. That'll bring up Wes Lott. You know, Wes Lott started pitching, and he pitched 1 inning. He allowed 1 hit and had 2 Ks. So far, the Trojans have had a different pitcher every inning. 1, 2, that'll make 6, right? Here's the pitch from Cloud. It'll be low for ball 1. In today's game, Wes Lott is 1 for 2, grounding out to shortstop Cody Cortez and reaching on a base hit in the bottom of the 4th. This ball is going to be hit in the 5-6 hole for a base hit. Now Wes Lott is 2 for 3 today. With 2 down, that'll bring up Justin Swords, who's 0 for 2 in today's game, flying out to center fielder Chandler Lynn, and having a strikeout in the top of the 4th inning. See, they're making some kind of change, a substitution in running. If I could see the number, I could tell you who it is at first for the Trojans right now. I can't see the number. Got Grace Stevens over there holding him on, and the coach is somewhere mixed in there. All I see is maroon. The Trojans, I guess their colors are maroon and maybe white. Or is that burgundy? I have to look up the difference between maroon and burgundy. Cloud's going to pick back to first, but the runner gets back, whoever that is. I know they just took Wes Lott out. Cloud coming set. I'm going to deliver to the plate. This ball's going to be lined into left field for another base hit. Justin Swords now 1 for 3 in today's game. 2 down. That'll bring up Blake Abels. Abels is 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 2nd, and grounding or flying out to shortstop Cody Cortez. Yeah, that's definitely early 2000s rock. I don't know what song it is, but that's what it is. He's batting from the right-hand side, wearing number 14, Cloud. Working from the left, giving a look at his runners. Here's the pitch, and that'll be low for ball 1. Now, we play 7 in high school baseball, so the Bulldogs will have to come in and score at least 1 to keep this game going. And granted, if the Trojans score no more here in the bottom of the 6th, next pitch into Abels will be in for a strike. But the Bulldogs, as I was saying, has to score at least 1 to keep the game going. Here's the pitch. And the umpire saying that was a bit outside. Toombs County not entirely happy with that call. It didn't look like it missed by a lot from my perspective, but nobody cares what the press thinks. Isn't that what they say? Fake news? Cloud going to throw it back to second. Ball a little offline. Gordy pulling him away from the bag. Going to get that back in. 2 balls, 1 strike on catcher Lake Abels, who may or may not be the only person to keep his position the entire game. Next pitch is low, That'll be ball 3, which I think the second baseman, Brady Skipper, has kept his position. Tanner Hampton came up to pitch, but they may have put him back at first. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Cloud. Yes, he did go, and they're going to call that strike 2. Oh, no way. They're saying he didn't go. So that'll load up the bases. They call that ball 4. And it looks like Derek James is going to call time and come out and protest that call. He certainly did go. I mean, there's really, you're not supposed to argue if you're the press, but he certainly did go. Absolutely. And it seems like we're still trying to figure out what he did. The umpires don't really seem to know what really happened either. Oh, there we go. It looks like they may or may not be bringing him back to bat. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there we go. We're going to move the runners back, and he's going to come up to finish his at-bat. And that'll make the count 3 balls and 2 strikes on Lake Abels with 2 down. Let's see if Cloud can take care of business at the plate. So a full count on Lake Abels. On deck, Tanner Hampton, the first baseman. Runner is back to first and second. Cloud coming set. Receiving the sign from Jason Dukes. And Cloud going to do a maneuver, but the second base runner, which is Wes Lott, I think they put somebody else in for him. But anyway, that's who should be there. Scoots back to second. Cloud, here's the pitch. Going to hit on the ground to shortstop Cortez. Cortez fields it, going to fire to first, and it's in the dirt, but Gray Stevens makes a nice play, bailing Cortez out there. Cortez better pat Gray Stevens on the back, and that'll be out number 3. So the Bulldogs have to come in and score at least 1 run to keep this game going. If not, the game will be over. We're going to the top of the 7th here in Douglas, Georgia, in a non-region matchup on Y101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
Darrell and Lucretia Nobles are proud supporters of the Toombs County High School baseball team, and a reminder that the next blood drive will be Monday, April the 6th from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Callaway Center in Lyons. And go Dog!
Keep this number close if you're a big rig diesel operator. It's 526-3118, and it's the only number you'll need when problems with that diesel equipment stops your business in its tracks. Stevens Truck Center on Highway number 1 south of Lyons has the equipment, experienced certified mechanics, and the parts to get you up and running faster and at the lowest cost. We're local. We understand the value of your time and money. Stevens Truck Center, number 1 south of Lyons. Call 526-3118.
Now back with more of Toombs County Baseball, brought to you in part by Rivers Heating and Air and Electric, your local Lennox dealer. Give them a call at 537-8490.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. The Dogs have been down 2-1 since the bottom of the 3rd inning, and this is their last chance to tie it up or to at least go ahead. If they don't score at least 1, the game is over. If they score 2, they go ahead. Up to bat, right fielder Will Watts, second baseman Alex Gordy, catcher Jason Dukes, Chase Musselman, and Cody Cortez, and then we'll be back to the top of the order. Chase Musselman started off this game for Toombs County, pitching 4 complete innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, 0 of which were earned, and have 2 walks and 4 Ks. Cloud so far has pitched 2 complete innings, and I'll have his stats later today. Who knows? If Bulldogs could tie it up or even go ahead, and then Cloud will pitch another inning. Watts today is 1 for 2 with a base hit in the top of the 2nd and a strikeout in the 4th. He's the only freshman starting varsity this year. And Watts is going to step in.
And now batting number 14, Will Watts.
So on the mound now for Coffee County would be Tal. That's all I can read of the first name. First pitch, swing and a miss. Hutto. There we go. That's what it was. We strike one on Watts. That's from the right-hand side. Here's the 0-1. Hutto, next pitch missing, has sort of a submarine style here. A bit of sidearm, which will be the first one of those pitchers that Toombs County has faced this season. Here's the 1-1. And that'll be in for a strike. You know, in high school ball, you hardly ever see sidearm pitching. And that's because, you know, you don't really see too many high schoolers that have that much control over the ball to pitch that way. Next pitch, almost hitting him. That'll be ball 2. But Hutto, from what I can tell in his 4 pitches he's thrown so far, seems to have nice control over the ball. Here's the 2-2. Going to hit on the ground to Brady Skipper, the second baseman. Fields it, fires it to first. That'll be out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up junior second baseman Alex Gordy. Gordy in today's game is 0 for 2 with back-to-back strikeouts. He wears number 8 and plays second base. Bulldogs down 2-1 in the top of the 7th. If they don't score at least 1, it'll be over here. Hutto coming set. Here's the pitch. That'll be in for a strike. That was kind of high on Alex Gordy. Not a very tall guy, so. But, of course, I'm the press, and no one cares what I think. Here's the 0-1 off the plate to make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Coffee County Trojans may think I'm reporting fake news. Who knows? The Bulldog fans might think the same thing. Next pitch low for ball 2. Don't worry, Y101 is fair and balanced. Hutto coming set. Pitching from the stretch. Here's the 2-1. Gordy going to hit this one back up the middle for a nice base hit for the Bulldogs. And they have a base runner. The tying run is now on base. With 1 down, that'll bring up catcher Jason Dukes, who's 0 for 1 today and reached base being hit by a pitch.
And now batting number 15.
Coming into this game, as I mentioned at the beginning of the game, Toombs is 1-3 on the season, and Coffee is 2-1. Coffee beating teams like Ware County and Pierce County and lost to Thomas County Central 2-1. First pitch to Dukes, he swings and misses for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the sophomore catcher. Here's the pitch from Hutto, sailing high to make the count even at 1. That's one thing about submarine or sidearm pitching is it's all about the release point, which, I mean, that's the case in all pitching, but it's even more crucial because with that type of throwing, to be honest with you, coaches don't really like it because there's no telling where it could exactly go. Here's the 1-1. Unless you have master control over it, which it seems like he does, it'll be fouled off out of play. And I keep stressing that because for a high schooler to be able to throw that way accurately is surprising. You don't even see a lot of those type of pitchers in the majors. When you do, everybody tunes in. They're like, oh, wow, look at this guy. What's he doing? Here's the 1-2. Dukes fouls this one off. Musselman, who was in the on-deck circle, going to run over, get that foul ball. Keep this game moving along, which this game is only, I'd say we're only an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 32 minutes since the start of the game, which if you ask me is moving rather fast compared to some of these games. Next pitch, Duke still battling, fouls it off, out of play. Running out of balls. The umpire gets one in. Duke steps back in. Hutto comes on to the mound. Comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss by Dukes. But first base was occupied, so Dukes is down on a strikeout. 2 down. Let's see if the Dogs can rally with 2. That'll bring up Chase Musselman.
And now batting number 4, Chase Musselman.
They're going to put in a courtesy runner for Alex Gordy. And that'll be Foster Jones. So Chase Musselman wears number 4, started the game on the mound for Toombs County today, and bats from the right-hand side. Hutto working from the stretch, runner at first, coming set, and delivers to the plate. Musselman gets under this one, but fouls it out of play for strike 1. If the Bulldogs lose this game, they will fall to 1-4 on their overall record, but if they win, they will progress to 2-3. And for Coffee, if they win, they'll be 3-1, and if they lose, they'll be 2 even. Hutto coming set. Here's the 0-1. Musselman lines this one in the left field. That's a fair ball and a base hit for Musselman. Foster Jones rounding second. Coach James is sending him home. Foster Jones is running, and he's going to be there. The Bulldogs have tied it up on an RBI double by Chase Musselman. So here in the top of the 7th, Chase Musselman having an RBI double, and we'll definitely be going to the bottom of the 7th. Let's see if the Bulldogs can go ahead. You know, speaking of the game being kind of fast, watch this game going to extra innings.
And now batting number 1, Cody Cortez.
Cody Cortez still looking for a base hit on this season. He's had nice hits in this game. They were shots too, not just fly balls. Right to the left fielder and to the right fielder. First pitch to him is ball 1. So he is looking to find a hole, and if he does, the Bulldogs could possibly go ahead. Chase Musselman is at second and in scoring position for the Bulldogs, who just tied this game up 2-2 in the top of the 7th. Next pitch to Cortez, called for strike 1. Bulldogs have tied it up here in the 7th. It's 2-2. Cortez going down to talk to head coach Derek James. Derek James in his second season as head coach for the Bulldogs, taking over Coach Fitzgerald's place, who was the head coach for the Bulldog baseball team for 14 years and a part of the system for 16, starting in 2002 as an assistant and then moving to head coach in 2004. Next pitch to Cortez is going up, and that'll be ball 2. I think that's right. And if it's not, then oh well. 2 balls, 1 strike on Cortez. Next pitch is going to be hit foul towards the first base dugout full of Trojan baseball players, and that'll make the count even at 2. Cortez steps in. Where's number 1? Plays the shortstop position for the Bulldogs. Here's the 2-2 from Hutto. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. So the Bulldogs are able to tie it up here in the top of the 7th. Let's see if they can maintain, or I say maintain, let's see if they cannot let the Trojans score in the bottom, because if they score just 1 run, the game will be over. The Bulldogs versus the Trojans. It's 2-2 here in Coffee County on Y101.
Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Chicken is just like a vacation in the tropics, only without the sunburn. Or the dive-bombing seagulls. Or all of that pesky sand.
How did it get in there?
Well, at least it tastes like the tropics. Enjoy our famous chicken tossed in a tropical blend of spicy habanero, fruity mango, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk boneless wings and the new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you'll get a kick out of Zaxby's.
Check out these great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your Thriftway Galaxy food store lines, like beef cube steak, $2.98 a pound. Dole fresh bananas, 48 cents a pound. 32-ounce high-top vegetable oil, 98 cents. Keebler Club crackers, $1.98. 3 rolls of Better Value paper towel, 98 cents. 6 count North Star assorted twin pops, 98 cents. There's some more great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your local Thriftway Galaxy food store lines, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Wiggins Associates Invite 8.
Welcome back to Douglas, Georgia. Coffee County Trojans are playing host to the Bulldogs tonight, and the game is tied up. The Bulldogs will have to keep it that way. We're in the bottom of the 7th. If the Trojans score just 1 run, this ball game will be over. So the Bulldogs are having to play. They'd have to play top-notch defense, or Mr. Cloud can do all the work at the plate. This will be Trey's 3rd inning pitch. Here's the first pitch to Tanner Hampton. Actually, this is not Tanner Hampton. There's somebody who's batting for Tanner Hampton. First pitch is ball one. So whoever this guy is. Next pitch. Then for a strike, make the count even at one. Let's see. That is number 23, which has been. I don't know how to say his last name. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike two. So I'm going to spell it for you as I write it down. Lingenfelter. Next pitch missing. Then Lingenfelter. Next pitch popped up into the air. Let's see. That's Alex Gordy, right? Yeah, he moving over to his left to make that catch for out number one.
And now, buddy, number 10, Garrett Smith.
And that'll bring up number 10, Garrett Smith, with one down. In today's game, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Cloud with one down, coming set and delivers. Swing and a miss. Working ahead here. Bulldogs have to hold the Trojans here to come in and hit. Next pitch called at the knee for strike two. If the Trojans score so much as one run, the game is over. This game could go into extra innings, the second extra inning game of the season. The very first game of the season, the Bulldogs held Technical County scoreless all the way up until the 8th inning, where the Warriors scored one run. Next pitch off the plate for ball one. Smith steps back in. Cloud coming set. Here's the 1-2. Nice breaking ball, and that'll be called for strike three. That was a nice by Trey Cloud. Let's see. And Griffin Walker is up to bat right now. The center fielder, wearing number 20. He's 0 for 2 in today's game. Having a strikeout in the bottom of the third. Flying out to first baseman Gray Stevens in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch to him is going to be fouled off for strike one. Walker batting from the right-hand side. Here's the 0-1 from Cloud. This ball is going to be lined deep to center field, but Chandler Lynn's backing up and makes the catch, and Cloud has himself a 3-up, 3-down inning. So the Dogs need to score one run, and then they need to hold them, or they need to score a few runs. A few runs would be better than one, as many as they can get for insurance runs. We're going into extra innings here in Coffee County on Y101.
The Sandwich Shop, located at 213 Green Street in Vidalia, has all your fresh homemade sandwiches. Amy and the gang can fix you a sandwich with over 20 different varieties of sandwiches, from the common BLT to a Philly steak and cheese. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Give them a call at 537-9263. Hope to see you there.
Do you have a family member who forgets to take his or her medication? At All Care Pharmacy, we organize the patient's medication by dose and time of day, and we package it to ensure patient compliance, all at no additional cost. Our Care Plus prescription service helps eliminate emergency room visits due to medication errors, giving the patient and the caregiver a level of security and comfort. If you have a loved one who could benefit from this service, call Debbie Holly at 524-0100.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Tar Land and Timber and Line.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101, and I noticed something in the lineup. The Bulldogs are at the top of their lineup with Chandler Linton, and when the Trojans come back up in the bottom of the 8th, they'll be at the top of their order. So you can take this as a brand new ball game starting right now, 0-0. Chandler Lynn's up to bat. He's returning from a fantastic wrestling season. And right now, he is 0 for 3 in today's game with a ground out to the third baseman, Justin Swords, who started the game as third baseman, and then back-to-back called strike threes. On deck is Trey Cloud, who's also looking for a base hit in today's game with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to the first baseman. Here's the pitch to Chandler. Hutto's still on the mound for the Trojans. He's swinging, bunts this one, and Chandler gets to first way fast. Let's see, that's a base hit for Lynn. And that puts a runner at first. Yeah, I mean, it was a clean play. It was clean everything.
Number 12, Trey Cloud.
Trey Cloud, as I said, looking for a base hit today. Also bats from the left-hand side. Now the Bulldogs with 4 hits, and the scoreboard only has them with 3. But I'm not sure how much I trust the scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Bunt. Bunt's going to show Cloud. That's what I almost said. Cloud's going to show bunt, and bunts it foul for strike 1. Cloud going to go down and talk to head coach Derek James, who, as I said, is in his 2nd season as head coach of the Bulldogs, taking over for former head coach Brian Fitzgerald, who's now helping out with the Toombs County soccer teams. See, under 2 years ago, that administration was head coach Brian Fitzgerald, along with assistants Hunter Adams, Patrick Kraft, and Nick Hayes. Now we're under head coach Derek James with assistant Patrick Kraft and Don Mims. Cloud bunts this one to third baseman, and Cloud's running down the line, and it's going to be close. Chandler Lynn's getting down to third. There was nobody there, and Chandler Lynn's down to third base. Trey Cloud did a job. He bunted the ball, and with his speed, he almost beat that play out. But Chandler Lynn, taking notice of the third baseman, comes to third. So there's a runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. And speaking of small balls, I mentioned earlier in the game, which I haven't seen a lot from Toombs County. I've seen it here tonight twice. So a sack bunt by Cloud. Actually, no, it's a put out at first. A sack bunt would have been and scored somebody, but nobody scored on that. But he definitely did a job for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up Gray Stevens, who's 1 for 2 today with a hit by a pitch. Yeah, strike 1 on Stevens, who fouls it off. Let's see. One down. Let's see. Hutto's still on the mound for the Trojans. Stevens gets a hold of this one. It looks like it's going to grab too much air. And the left fielder moves over, makes that catch. Chandler Lynn's tagging up. The throw is going to come all the way. Actually, it's going to be cut off. And the Bulldogs go ahead in the top of the 8, 3-2. On a sac fly by Gray Stevens. So at 2 down, that'll bring up third baseman Bryson Stanley, who was looking for a base hit tonight's game. 1 run is nice to go ahead, but a few for insurance would be even better. The Trojans get to come in and bat at the bottom of this inning. Hutto, working from the stretch, delivers. First pitch to Stanley's in for a strike to make it 0-1. On deck, freshman Will Watts. Here's the pitch, and that'll be low for ball 1. Stanley, a tall guy. Stepping back in. Hutto stepping back on. Here's the 1-1. And that'll be low for ball 2 on Stanley. Both runs the Bulldogs have scored, well, prior to this. Actually, that one there was also earned. All 3 runs the Bulldogs I have as earned runs. This pitch is going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman. He moves over, fields it, fires to first, and that'll be out number 3. So the Bulldogs do score 1 run to go ahead, but the Trojans, as I mentioned, do get to come back and bat at the bottom of this inning. Let's see if the Bulldogs can hold them for 3 outs. We'll take a break and come back on Y101.
Tar Land and Timber Incorporated is the first place you should look when you have the need of timber harvesting. Tommy Rollins, owner of Tar Land and Timber Incorporated, has more than 35 years experience in timber harvesting and land management. Tommy offers you top prices for all pine and hardwood timber, including poles, logs, chip and saw, and pulpwood. Give them a call at 565-8850 or visit the location at 9505 Highway number 1 south of Lyons. Tommy Rollins, owner of Tar Land and Timber Incorporated, proud to serve the people of Toombs County and the surrounding area with the best prices and most professional timber harvesting job.
Heritage Ag Supply has their seed potatoes in now, along with all your garden seed. It's time for lambing your garden, and you can get it in bulk or bag. Don't forget it's time for pre-emergement on your lawn. For your fertilizer or garden needs, make it Heritage Ag Supply at 451 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons, or give them a call at 526-3858, or find us on the web. And we hope to see you there. Now back with more of Toombs County High School baseball brought to you in part by L.A. Geiger Tax and Insurance.
Welcome back to Coffee County. The Bulldogs so far this season, this will be their 5th game played. And out of 5 games, this will be the second one to go into extra innings. The game versus Tatnall going into the 8th. And this game versus Coffee, we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Bulldogs are on top 3-2. Trey Cloud is still on the mound for Toombs County. And we're to the top of the order for the Trojans. That'll bring second baseman Brady Skipper. He's going to show bunt, but fouls it back. Strike 1. Skipper today is 0 for 3, reaching on an error and flying out to right fielder Will Watts and left fielder at the time, Chase Musselman, who is still the left fielder. Switching with Cloud. Cloud's now on the mound. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Skipper. Now the Bulldogs just need 3 outs, and the game will be over. Let's see how Cloud manages on the mound. Here's the 0-2. A nice breaking ball for called. Strike 3. A nice pitch by Trey Cloud. And that'll be 1 down to bring up Logan Dale. He's played shortstop for most of the night tonight, or at least I think he has. I saw Wes Lott over there, and Coffee's been doing a lot of moving around. Here's the pitch. Way high for ball 1. In today's game, Dale is 0 for 2, flying out to the left fielder who started the game there, Trey Cloud. Reaching on a walk and grounding out to third baseman Stanley. Next pitch is in the dirt to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes on Logan Dale. Cloud coming set. Here's the 2-0. And that'll be high to make it 3-0. Now what the Bulldogs don't want to do is walk runners on base. Here's the 3-0 from Cloud. That's in for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike on Logan Dale. 0 for 2 with a walk today. Here's the 3-1 from Cloud. And that'll be ball 4. So that's Trey's first walk tonight. That'll bring up Trevor Gruska, who's kind of a dangerous guy back in the 3rd inning. He is the reason that Coffee County has 2 runs right now. He had a 2-run RBI double, which he was put out at 3rd, trying to get extra bases, which scored 2 runs for the Trojans. Let's see. This is a lefty-lefty matchup versus Cloud. He flew out the center fielder, Chandler Lynn, who has gone deeper and more over to his left, which is our right. First pitch is going to be in for a strike. He steps back in. 0-1 on Gruska. Cloud. Here's the 0-1. Fouls this one off. Cloud jumping way ahead here with 0-2. Again, the Bulldogs just need 2 more outs. They're 1 out into the bottom of the 8th inning, leading 3-2 versus Coffee. And extra innings here in Douglas. Here's the 0-2. A nice pitch, just missing. A nice off speed from Cloud, just missing for ball 1. Cloud now working from the stretch, runner at first. Going to give him a look. Here's the 1-2. About the same location. And that'll make the count even at 2. Cloud trying to keep it away from Gruska because we've seen he can hit the ball deep. Here's the pitch. Missing to load up the count. That'll make a full count on Trevor Gruska. Cloud coming set. Here's the full count, and that'll be ball 4. And now there are runners on first and second for the Trojans. The Bulldogs need 2 outs. That'll bring up Wes Lott. Lott today is a base hit hitter. He's 2 for 3, grounding out to Cody Cortez in the 1st, batting a base hits in the 4th and the 6th. The Bulldogs need precise defense here. Next pitch from Cloud is high. That'll be ball 1 on Lott. And it looks like James is going to come out and talk to his pitcher. And it looks like he's going to talk to the catcher, Jason Dukes, as well, or change that to the entire infield. Cloud, of course, missing some calls he thought were strikes against Gruska, the batter before, which, truth be told, most of us thought those were strikes. But again, I'm the press. No one cares what I think. I'm just supposed to tell you what I see. So it looks like the umpires are going to come and tell Coach James that to hurry it on up. I'm sure they want to get out of here. Which if that, never mind. I'm not even going to say what I was about to say. One ball on West Lot as Cloud returns back to the mound and his infield returns back to their positions. Cloud works from the stretch with runners on first and second. A double play here would be great, but since I said it, it's definitely not going to happen. I jinx teams. I jinx. Here's the 1-0. And that'll be in for a strike. It's bad when even other people start to notice you do it. Every time I say something, the opposite happens. Here's the 1-1. Going to be popped up sky high to the air. Gray Stevens moving over into foul territory. And it looks like he's going to go out of play, hitting the top of the dugout. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lot. Cloud ahead here. Let's see. After this inning, Trey would have 4 complete innings pitched. Coming in relief of Musselman. Right now, he has pitched 3 1/3 inning. Left-handed pitcher. Lot stepping in. Cloud coming set, giving a look at his base runners. Winding. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 2 down for Cloud as that brings up Justice Sword, who is 1 for 3 in today's game, flying out to center fielder Chandler Lynn, having a strikeout at the bottom of the 4th and a base hit at the bottom of the 6th. Cloud working from the stretch, runners at first and second, 2 down, coming set. Here's the pitch. Going to be hit on the ground in the 5-6 hole. It could score a run. Chase Musselman's coming in on the run. Here's the throw. He's going to bring it all the way to the dish, and it's going to be offline. And Coffee County has scored a run, and the game is tied up. Oh, we got a runner and a rundown. It looks like we may go into the top of the 9th. And it looks like Gray Stevens going to tag that runner out. But Coffee County scoring a run, and we go into the 9th inning. That'll be out number 3. And the 9th inning, here we come, going into another extra inning. We're going to take a break on Y101. It's 3-all here in Coffee County on Y101.
Well, it's tax time, and Geiger Insurance and Tax Service at 114 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons can handle all your tax needs along with free quotes on your insurance. Anel Geiger can prepare your taxes, and they also do electronic filing. Give Geiger Tax and Insurance a call and find out how easy your tax preparation can be. Get ready to write this number down, 526-4220.
Hablamos español.
Check out these great deals going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in Lyons, like 8-foot battery booster cables, $8.99, or 10-foot battery booster cables, $14.99. Max Premium Starting Fluid, $1.99. Chevron Delo 400 SDE HD diesel motor oil, $12.99 a gallon. 2.5 gallon of diesel DEF, $9.99. 20-piece SAE metric 12-point socket set, 3/8 drive for $29.99. There's some more great savings going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in Lyons, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more at Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by the Sandwich Shop on Green Street in Vidalia.
Welcome back to Coffee County. The Bulldogs versus the Trojans. We're in the top of the 9th. The Bulldogs need to score a run here. You know, they don't want to keep putting stress on their pitchers. They don't want to go to the bullpen. They want Cloud to finish this game out. Up to bat now for the Bulldogs. Will Watts, Alex Gordy, Jason Dukes, Chase Musselman, and Cody Cortez. They need to score some runs. It's 3-all here in Coffee County in the top of the 9th inning. On the mound is, I think, I can tell you in just a second. He's still warming up. And it's still Hutto on the mound for the Trojans. Returning back for his 3rd inning. We're at the top of the ninth. Let's see, 7:30. The game has been running about 2 hours in what would have been one of the quickest games of the season. But I opened my mouth. And, of course, every time I say something, the opposite happens. If I ever go into sportscasting, they're going to look at my record and say, you have a bad habit of jinxing teams. And we want teams to win. So maybe if I say the opposite right now, maybe something good will happen. So I'm going to say the Bulldogs aren't going to score any runs in hopes that they do, but don't tell anybody that. We're trying to jinx the jinx. Will Watt steps in. He's 1 for 3 today with a base hit in the top of the second, a strikeout in the top of the fourth, and a ground out to second baseman Brady Skipper in the top of the seventh. Here's the pitch. He lines this one high up into the air. Is going out to center fielder, maybe that's still Griffin Walker, and makes the catch for out number 1. With 1 down, that'll bring up Alex Gordy, who's 1 for 3 today with 2 Ks and a base hit.
And now batting number 8, Alex Gordy.
He's stepping in, bats from the right-hand side. On deck's catcher Jason Dukes. Hutto works from the stretch always. Here's the pitch. Gordy pops this one foul, and it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Gordy stepping in. Wears number 8 for the Bulldogs. Here's the 0-1. High for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hutto coming set. Gordy goes low for this one, fouls it off for strike 2. Tal Hutto on the mound. So far as pitch 3 or 2 1/3 inning for the Trojans. Here's the pitch. Off the plate for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Alex Gordy. Here's the 2-2. Fouls it off into the brick wall or center block wall back here. So it bounces around a little bit. But Jason Dukes, who's on the on-deck circle, picks up that foul ball. I feel the temperature dropping. It's supposed to be raining for most of the day tomorrow. But this weekend, I hear it's a good freezing chance. Here's the 1-2. And it's going to be in for ball 2. That should actually be ball 3. I have 2-2 on Gordy. And with that should be 3-2. There we go. Yes. I keep getting right with the scoreboard people today. My book is correct. Next pitch hitting him, and Gordy is going to run down to first base. Jason Dukes, the catcher, up to bat.
And now batting number 15, Jason Dukes.
Dukes 0 for 2 today, flying out to the left fielder Trevor Gruska, being hit by a pitch and having a strikeout. He's going to hit this ball on the ground to the first baseman. He fields it and steps on first, gets the out there. Gordy gets down to second. Let's see if the Bulldogs can score a run with 2 here. That'll bring up Chase Musselman. Musselman scored the run in the top of the 7th to put the Bulldogs on top 3-2. Let's see if he can score a run here. That's tied at 3-all in the top of the 9th. Musselman today is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Missing for ball 1. We're in the top of the 9th here in Coffee County. Here's the pitch. Going to be chopped over to the first baseman. He fields it. Musselman scooting down the line. It's going to be close. No way. The umpire called Musselman out, but Musselman was definitely on the run there. It was close. Musselman was scooting down that line. The Bulldogs unable to score any here in the top of the 9th. They have to hold the Trojans here in the bottom. They score 1 run, it'll be over. We're going to take a break and come back to Coffee County on Y101.
Don't miss another dose of your medication. With All Care Pharmacy's Care Plus packaging, we help you remember to take your medication the way your doctor prescribed it. We secure all of your refills for you each month, package your medications by dose and time of day, and we offer free delivery in Lyons and Vidalia. all at no additional charge. Call Debbie Holly at 912-524-0100 for more information.
Well, it's tax time, and Geiger Insurance and Tax Service at 114 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons can handle all your tax needs along with free quotes on your insurance. Linnell Geiger can prepare your taxes, and they also do electronic filing. Give Geiger Tax and Insurance a call and find out how easy your tax preparation can be. Get ready to write this number down, 526-4220.
Hablamos español.
Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Wiggins Associates Invite.
Welcome back to Coffee County, the longest game the Bulldogs have played. As far as innings go, as far as time goes, I wouldn't know. But I mentioned earlier in the game today that the game was moving kind of fast. Well, you know how that goes. On the mound is Logan Knight. Knight now coming in for the Bulldogs. Knight hasn't pitched since that Portal game. Coming in for Trey Cloud. Cloud had 4 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. It was not earned, had 2 walks and 3 Ks. Knight pitched in that Portal game. And let's see, Knight had 5 innings pitched. He only allowed a hit, had 2 walks and 9 Ks. Knight pitches from the left-hand side, and up to bat for the Trojans is Lake Abels. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in for a strike. Knight coming set. Here's the 0-1. Running high for ball 1. Now they put in Knight. Knight usually keeps his movements fast. He keeps it very steady on the mound. Here's the 1-1 to Abels. This ball's going to be popped high up into the air to right fielder Trey Cloud. Cloud moves in and makes the catch for out number 1. Now my book here only has 15 innings. Hopefully, oh no. I did not just say that. I did not just say something about this game running 15 innings. I promise I didn't. I promise. I had my fingers crossed. Coming up is Ben. Probably should have listened to how he pronounced his last name. It's going to go inside for him for ball 1 from Knight. Knight coming set. Pitches from the left. Here's the 1-0. That'll be in for strike 1. Ben steps back in. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-1. Going to show bunt, and that he does, but it rolls foul. Stanley picks it up foul. That'll be strike 2. See, I think that's Chase Musselman in left, Lynn in center, and that's Cloud in right. Ben L. It's probably not even that hard to say. It's just I don't want to mess it up really bad. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Into the net behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down. On deck, right fielder Garrett Smith. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-2. And that's going to sail high to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Knight coming set and delivers the 2-2. And that's going to load up the count. Now we're in the bottom of the 9th. Coffee County's the home team, so in extra innings, as soon as the first run is scored that breaks the tie in the bottom of an inning, the game is over. Here's the full count pitch. Going to be popped up into the air, over towards Gray Stevens. He's moving in and over and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. That'll bring up right fielder Garrett Smith. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Right fielder number 10, Garrett Smith.
He reached on a walk in the 3rd, grounded out to the 3rd baseman Bryson Stanley in the 5th, and out of strikeouts in the 7th. Logan Knight coming set. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1 on Garrett Smith. Smith going to step back in. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-0. That ball's missing to make it 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes on Smith. Here's the 2-0 from Logan Knight. That's missing. Knight has fallen behind in the count 3-0. Smith way ahead here. Knight coming set. Here's the 3-0. And that'll be ball 4. So the winning run for Coffee County is now on base.
And now batting number 20, Griffin Walker.
That'll bring up Griffin Walker. So far on today's game, Walker is 0 for 3. The Toombs County pitching staff really hasn't given up that many runs. They've given up 7. The scoreboard has 5. That means the scoreboard's helping out our pitching staff. And I guess there are 2 questionable ones. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. But the funny thing is the same incident happened in the 8th when Trojans scored that 1 run to go to tie it up. And that was the same incident that happened in the bottom of the 3rd when they scored 2. Next pitch missing to make it 2-0. And they awarded him a base hit in the bottom of the 8th. So that means I would be incorrect in awarding Trevor Gruska with a base hit from the bottom of the 3rd. Knight missing again. That's going to load the count up 3 balls, no strikes. Logan Knight coming set, working from the stretch. Here's the 3-0 to the dish. And that'll be in for a strike to make it 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike on Griffin Walker. Here's the pitch. It's going to be lined into right field. Cloud going to catch it on the bounce. And it looks like that'll be a base hit for Griffin Walker. And the tying run is now, or the winning run is now at second base. And we're back to a dangerous part of the order for the Bulldogs, a really good part of the order for Coffee County as they could score and win the game here in the bottom of the 9th. And that'll bring up Brady Skipper. Skipper's the second baseman. Skipper's 0 for 4 today. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runners on first and second, 2 down. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get 1 out here without letting Coffee County score. Here's the pitch. Ball's going to be popped up into the air. This looks like out number 3 to me. And it looks like Cloud's going to move over and makes that catch. And we're going into the 10th inning. 3-3 here in Coffee County. The Bulldogs need some runs. And the Coffee County Trojans do not, if you're a Bulldog fan. We're going to take a break and come back to Douglas on Y101.
Check out these great deals going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts or Napa dealer in lines, like 8-foot battery booster cables, $8.99, or 10-foot battery booster cables, $14.99. Max Premium Starting Fluid, $1.99. Chevron Delo 400 SDE HD diesel motor oil, $12.99 a gallon. 2.5 gallon of diesel DEF, $9.99. 20-piece SAE metric 12-point socket set, 3/8 drive for $29.99. There's some more great savings going on all month at your Toombs Auto Parts or Napa dealer in lines, and we hope to see you there.
The Sandwich Shop, located at 213 Green Street in Vidalia, has all your fresh homemade sandwiches. Amy and the gang can fix you a sandwich with over 20 different varieties of sandwiches, from the common BLT to a Philly steak and cheese. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Give them a call at 537-9263. Hope to see you there.
Now back with more of Toombs County High School Baseball, brought to you in part by L.A. Geiger Tax and Insurance.
It's been a long one today as the Bulldogs and the Trojans are facing off here. We're in the top of the 10th inning. Discussing something. Not sure what it could be. Cody Cortez, the number 9 guy for Toombs County. All right. For 3. Score is 3-all. We're in the top of the 10th inning.
And now batting number
on deck is Chandler Lynn. We'll be back to the top of the order. Hutto still on the mound for the Trojans. Here's the pitch. Cortez is going to be foul ball. They're going to run it out anyway. So it'll be foul ball, strike 1 on Cortez. So Cortez is returning back, 0-1 on him. Hutto coming to the mound. Working from the stretch. Seems like that's the way he's going to do things. Here's the next pitch to Cortez. He's going to foul this one off out of play for strike 2. Lynn on deck. He's 1 for 4 today. Cody Cortez stepping back in, and he's going to step back out. 0-2. It's 3-all here in the 10th inning here in Coffee County. Here's the 0-2. It's going to be off the plate for ball 1. Cortez stepping back in. Hutto coming set, and Cortez calls time, so no pitch. They do that. Batters do that to mess with the pitcher.
Throw him out, Blue.
Cortez stepping back in. Here's the pitch. He lines this one. Please get down. Come on. And the center fielder moves over. Cortez has had some strokes tonight. I mean, he has hit him deep. Left field. He's tried right field. He's hit it to the center fielder. He just cannot catch a break. That'll be out number 1. And they're nice hits. They're good hits. That'll bring up Chandler Lynn. First pitch to him is in for a strike. 1 down. Yeah, this going on deck, senior Trey Cloud. Here's the 0-1. It's going to be hit hard on the ground to Brady Skipper. Fields it, has it, fires to first. That'll be out number 2. 2 down. Cloud now over at right field. He started the game in left, came in and pitched 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, which was unearned, had 2 walks and 3 Ks, and now he's playing right field. Logan Knightson pitching for the Bulldogs, which we'll hear more from him in the bottom of this inning. Here's the pitch. Cloud going to hit this one. Is it going to cut through? Brady Skipper moves way over and makes the play, and that'll be 3 down inning for Tal Hutto. So who knows? The Trojans could score 1 here, and the game could be over, or the Bulldogs could hold them. We'll find out. Stay tuned. We'll take a break and come back on Y101.
Need a loan? You're always on the winning team with First Franklin. Come see the friendly Franklin folks in Vidalia or apply online at www.oneffc.com. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Check out these great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your Thoroughfare Galaxy food store lines like beef cube steak, $2.98 a pound. Dole fresh bananas, 48 cents a pound. 32-ounce high-top vegetable oil, 98 cents. Keebler Club crackers, $1.98. 3 rolls of Better Value paper towel, 98 cents. 6-count North Star assorted twin pops, 98 cents. There's some more great savings going on this Wednesday on your Wild Wednesday event at your local Thoroughfare Galaxy food store lines, and we hope to see you there. Now back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by Heritage Ag Supply and Lines.
Hold on, Trojans. It's been a long game. We're in the bottom of the and that'll be Logan Dale up to bat for the Trojans right now. He's 0 for 2 today with a fly out to left fielder Trey Cloud and a walk in the third, a ground out to third baseman Bryson Stanley, and a walk in the eighth. Now, if the Trojans score 1 run, the game is over. Logan Knight's on the hill for Toombs County. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1. And he steps back in. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-0. This ball's fouled out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dale. Knight working from the windup. Here's the 1-1. It's going to be out for 2-1. After a game like this, I don't think I'm going to say a word on the way home to myself. I don't even think I'm going to think to myself. You know, people, they'll come up to me after games, after I get done with interviews after the game. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike two. And they try to talk to me. And it's not that I'm frustrated that they're trying to talk to me. I'm frustrated from hearing my own voice for so long. Here's the 2-2. This ball's hit on the ground to Cortez. Cortez bobbles it, but has it, stays with it, fires to first. That'll be out number one. One down. But I promise, if I ever seem like I don't want to talk, it's not because of you. It's because I'm so sick of hearing my voice. And after 10 innings so far tonight, I might not even ride with the radio on or my phone on. Who knows? Here's the pitch to Gruska. High for ball one. Okay. See, I have him as being 1 for 3 with a walk today. It feels like the scoreboard has him as 0 for 3 with a walk today. Next pitch is in for a strike. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-1. High for ball two. Duke's having to pop to his feet for that one. Two balls, one strikes on Trevor Gruska. Here's the pitch. Foul it off. The count's now even at 2. This game's pushing up on 2.5 hours as a running time. We started about, I would say, 5:31. Actually, no. See, I had to call the pregame show early. And it was 5:27 when I made the call that we needed to get ready to start. Next pitch fouled off. So I'd say this game may have started right on 5:30. 5:29. So, yeah, we're definitely coming up on 2.5 hours. Definitely wasn't a late start. It was right on time, I'd say. Here's the 2-2. Low for ball 3. Gruska has worked this count full. Let's see who wins the battle here between Logan Knight and Trevor Gruska. Knight coming set, working from the windup. Here's the full count pitch. Gruska pops this one foul, out of play. Losing baseballs here. We got to finish this game. Hopefully the Trojans have enough in that dugout to keep this game going. Here's the full count pitch from Knight, and that'll be ball 4. So the winning run for Coffee County is now on first base. That'll bring up Wes Lott. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Grounding out to shortstop Cody Cortez in the first. A base hit in the bottom of the 4th, a base hit in the bottom of the 6th, then a strikeout in the bottom of the 8th. Knight now working from the stretch with a runner on base. He's a lefty, so you got to be careful over there at first. He's a lefty as far as it comes to throwing, but at the plate he bats right. First pitch to Lott is ball 1. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-0. Lott gets under this one, fouls it back for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down in the bottom of the 10th inning. The longest game so far this season. This will be the 5th game the Bulldogs have played. Right now their record's 1-3. Here's the pitch. Low and inside for ball 2. Lott stepping back in. Knight coming set, giving a look at the base runner over at first, which is Gruska. Next pitch is in for a strike. That'll make the count even at 2. Knight coming set. Here's the 2-2. And that's going to load up the count. A full count for Knight, a full count on Wes Lott. Let's see how Knight responds to this. Lott stepping in. Knight working from the stretch, comes set. And here's the pitch. This ball line foul. Right field foul line. That was a hard hit ball. And with that idea in mind, if he smokes one down the foul line that ends up fair, that probably could end the game. As I said, the dimensions to the right field foul pole, 333. To center is 363. And to the left field foul pole is 331. Knight coming set. Here's the pitch. This ball lined into center field for a base hit. So now the winning run's at second. Another base hit for Lott. 3 for 5 in today's game. With 1 down, that'll bring up Justin Swords.
And now batting number 15, Justin Sowers.
One down. The Bulldogs need 2 outs here, and they can't let the Trojans score a run when the game is over. Knight working for the stretch. Coming set. Here's the pitch. Away for ball 1. On deck's catcher Lake Abels. Knight coming set. Here's the 1-0. This ball's lined on the ground to Stanley. Stanley fields it, steps on third, and he's going to just hold up there and get the force out. So 2 down. That'll bring up Lake Abels. Abels tonight is 1 for 4. Abels having a base hit in the second, flying out to shortstop Cody Cortez in the 4th, grounding into a fielder's choice to the shortstop Cortez in the 6th, and flying out to right fielder Trey Cloud in the 9th. No, this isn't the majors. This is Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball game. We're in extra innings. The Bulldogs get 1 more out, then we could go even further. Here's a ball on the ground to Stanley. Stanley fields it, fires to first, and to the 11th inning we go with its score tied 3-all. We're going to take a break and come back to Coffee County on Y101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
Plenty of colleges can promise you a route to a job. But did you know that Southeastern Technical College graduates have a 98% job placement rate? STC programs have you work and make connections with regional employers, and those connections translate into employment. And because Southeastern Tech students work with employers in the fields they study, STC's in-field job placement rate is incredible. Take the classes you want to get the job you want. For more information on enrollment, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Hello, folks. This is Wallace from Gordy Enterprises. You RV trailer and motorhome enthusiasts, if you're going on extended stay, always have your tires checked to be sure they aren't too old. If you own an RV or a motorhome, you should have your tires replaced every 4 years due to dry rot. This could be the results that you may be able to prevent. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, my mama always said.
Gordy Enterprises, HD Wright Road between Vidalia and Lyons.
Now back with more of Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you in part by the Sandwich Shop on Green Street in Vidalia.
Welcome back to Coffee County. We're in the 11th inning here on Y101. No, this isn't the Atlanta Braves. This is the Toombs County Bulldogs. We're in extra innings, which even for a Major League game would be extra innings. Up to bat for the Bulldogs. Gray Stevens, Bryson Stanley, Will Watts, Alex Gordy, Dukes, Muslim, Cortez. The Bulldogs need to score a run, a 2 or 3. They need to score a lot. That way, the Trojans will have a hard time answering that when they come up to bat. If you score 1 run, and then 1 run, and 1 run, those games like that could go on for years. The Bulldogs need to have a good inning right here and score a lot. Grace Stevens tonight is 1 for 2 with a base hit in the first, a strikeout in the third, a hit by a pitch in the 6th, and a sac fly in the 8th, which scored the run for the Bulldogs in that inning. And Stevens is walking up, and it looks like we're ready to begin the 11th inning.
Number 22, Gray Stevens.
Scoreboard has run out of boxes to put runs. By inning that is. They still have the score, but by inning they can't do it. It only goes to 10, I think. I don't see a spot right there for the 11th, but we'll see. Hutto still on the mound. Stevens chops this one hard on the ground to the shortstop. Fields it, has it, fires to first. That'll be out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up third baseman Bryson Stanley. Stanley's 0 for 4 in the game today. Hutto coming set. Here's the pitch in the dirt. That's be ball 1. Looks like that's Logan Knight on deck. He'll be batting in the hole of Will Watts. Next pitch in for strike. Hutto coming set. Here's the 1-1. Stanley reaching, pops this one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the right-handed third baseman. Don't really see too many of that being the other way around, right? Stanley stepping in. Hutto coming set. Here's the 1-2. A nice, looked like he was going for a curveball there, which Stanley fouled off. Foul ball. Hutto coming set. Winding and delivers. Stanley fouling this one off. Stanley battling. 1 down. On deck is pitcher Logan Knight. So far pitched 2 innings. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be out number 2. Logan Knight's up to bat. Knight wearing number 25 and pitching for the Bulldogs. Coming in relief of Cloud, who came in relief of Musselman. On deck, Alex Gordy. 2 down. Here's the pitch to Knight. First pitch is in for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Knight fouls this one off into the dugout of the Trojans. Going to make it 0-2. Knight down in the count here, 0-2. Hutto working from the stretch. Coming set. Winding and delivers. It's ball high and away for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 tonight. Off the plate to make it 2-2. Knight steps in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the 11th. Score is 3-all. Here's the pitch. And that's going to load up the count. Knight has worked it back full. That's one thing Toombs County needs. That's some base runners to score some runs. Hutto coming set. Winding. Here's the pitch. Knight takes a hard hack at that one. Fouls it off. Out of play. We're at the top of the 11th here in Coffee County. Toombs County 3 and Coffee County 3. Lake Abel is going to retrieve some balls for the Trojans, or from the Trojan dugout. Hutto comes onto the mound, working from the stretch. Here's the full count pitch. Knight chops this one, foul. First base foul line. Knight is battling. Full count, 2 down, top of the 11th. Knight stepping in. That's sort of an open stance, but I believe when the ball's pitched, he steps towards the plate. Here's the full count pitch from Hutto. Knight gets under this one a tad over to third baseman, who makes the catch, and that'll be a 3-up, 3-down inning in the top of the 11th. The Trojans are coming in. They want to score a run to end this game. We're going to the bottom of the 11th here in Coffee County on Y101.
Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Chicken is just like a vacation in the tropics, only without the sunburn, or the dive-bombing seagulls, or all of that pesky sand.
How did it get in there?
Well, at least it tastes like the tropics. Enjoy our famous chicken tossed in a tropical blend of spicy habanero, fruity mango, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk boneless wings and the new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you'll get a kick out of Zaxby's.
Heritage Ag Supply has their seed potatoes in now, along with all your garden seed. It's time for lambing your garden, and you can get it in bulk or bags. Don't forget it's time for pre-emergement on your lawn. For your fertilizer or garden needs, make it Heritage Ag Supply at 451 Northwest Broad Street in Lyons, or give them a call at 526-3858, or find us on the web. And we hope to see you there.
Now
back with more Toombs County High School baseball, brought to you by Thriftway Galaxy Food Store and Line.
Welcome back to Coffee County. We're in the bottom of the 11th inning. The Bulldogs versus the Trojans. We're trying to see which team can score just one run first. And if you're a Bulldog fan, you don't want it to be the Trojans here in the bottom of the 11th. The Trojans being the home team. If they score one run, the game is over, no matter when they score that run. 1 out, no outs, 2 outs. Up to bat is Ben.
Now batting number 23,
Ben Lingenfelter. There we go. Lingenfelter. Ben Lingenfelter. Lingenfelter is 0 for 2 today. And he's stepping in, and he's batting from the right-hand side. Let's see what he can do for the Trojans here in the bottom of the 11th. Knight coming set. Here's the pitch. He's going to show bunt. He bunts it to Knight. Knight coming over, not able to stay with it, and the winning run for the Trojans is on first base. That'll bring up Garrett Smith.
number 10, Garrett Smith.
Smith wearing number 10, batting from the right-hand side. He's going to be stepping in. Knight coming set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Smith stepping back in. 0-1. Knight working for the stretch. Giving a look at Ben Lingenfelter. Showing bunt. Is he going to pull back? That'll be strike two. So 0-2 on Smith, who has fallen behind here. Knight working from the stretch with a runner at first. No outs. Here's the pitch. Ball high for ball one. Knight coming onto the mound. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike three. One down. That'll bring up Griffin Walker. Walker today is 1 for 4. With a strikeout in the third, a fly out in the fifth, a fly out in the seventh, and a base hit in the bottom of the ninth. We're in the 11th. We're in the bottom of the 11th inning right now. We've played 10.5 innings, almost 11 complete. Here's the pitch. Low for ball one. Runner going. Dukes is going to try to throw him out. He slides in safely. For some reason, I knew that was coming. Ball one. I just had this gut feeling like the coach was about to tell that runner to go. And then he did. Runner in scoring position for the Trojans. It's the go-ahead run at second base. One down. Griffin Walker up to bat. 1-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. Griffin gets under this one. Fouls it off out of play for strike one. One ball, one strike. Knight coming onto the mound. Working from the stretch, runner at second. Here's the pitch. And the dirt for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike on Griffin Walker, who started the game at least in center field. I have no idea where he could be right now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The count's now even at 2. Knight coming set. Here's the 2-2. Off the plate. That's going to load up the count to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Knight coming on to the mound. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. They're going to chop this one foul. Toombs County dugout. Patrick Kraft picking up that ball. Full count on the number 9 guy, Griffin Walker. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring us to the top of the order to second baseman Brady Skipper. On deck, Logan Dale. skipper today is 0 for 5. Here's the pitch. It's in for a strike. That'll make it 0-1. Knight coming onto the mound. Here's the 0-1. Gets this one foul. That'll make it 0-2. Score is 3-all here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Runner in the go-ahead runs at second for the Trojans. 2 down. Here's the pitch. This ball is lined in the left field. Musselman on the run. He's sending the runner home. Musselman drops the ball, and here's the play at the dish. And the Trojans win the game, and that'll be your ball game. The Bulldogs falling short. 1 run in the bottom of the 11th inning on an RBI single by Brody Skipper. The first base hit he's had today, making him 1 for 6 in the game. We're going to take a break and come back and wrap it up on Y101.
Jerry Marcel again. Y101 had a contest going to be the greatest station in the United States, and they had answered all the questions correctly, and this was the last question, and it was Tone's turn to answer it, and the question was, name the 4 seasons. And Tone thought a minute, and he said, that's easy. Salt, pepper, mustard, and vinegar.
It's here a story brought to you by them good old Wiggins boys up there at 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. When your head is hurting, or you got a cold, or your blood pressure's up, or you just feel sick, go by and see Brother Mike, the nurse practitioner at 537-2530. Or if your foot's are hurting, or you got an ingrown toenail, or you just can't hardly walk, go by and see Brother Mark, the foot doctor, at 537-2559. They might even sing to you or tell you a joke. That's Wiggins Associates, 205 Arlington Drive in Vidalia. They'll take care of you from head to toe. Thank you.
Need a loan? You're always on the winning team with First Franklin. Come see the friendly Franklin folks in Vidalia or apply online at www.onefc.com. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Welcome. The Bulldogs falling short here, and 10 2/3 inning, 4-3 to the Coffee County Trojans. Chandler Lynn went 1 for 5 in today's game. Trey Cloud went 0 for 5. Gray Stevens 1 for 3, being hit by a pitch and a sac fly, which scored a run in the 8th. Bryson Stanley went 0 for 5. Will Watts went 1 for 4. Logan Knight went 0 for 1. Alex Gordy going 1 for 3 with a hit by a pitch. Jason Dukes 0 for 3, being hit by a pitch. Chase Musselman went 1 for 4, who had an RBI double in the 7th. And Cody Cortez going 0 for 4, who had very nice hits in today's right to the glove of an outfielder. Chase Musselman pitched 4 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, none of which were earned. Trey Cloud pitched 4 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 1 run, and it was also unearned. Logan Knight pitched 2 2/3 innings. Allowed 3 hits and 1 run, and it was also unearned. All 4 runs for the Trojans were unearned today. However, for the Bulldogs, I have that all 3 were earned for them, or at least 2 of those. Let's see. Hold on, let me flip back over here. I think all 3 were earned. Bulldogs scoring a run in the 2nd, scoring 1 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th, but unable to score any after that to go ahead. The Trojans taking this game 4-3, which makes the Bulldogs record 1-4 overall, and Coffee improves their record to 3-1. It's been a long game, so that's about all of the wrap-up I'm going to get. The Bulldogs falling short here 4-3 in the bottom of the 11th inning. I want to thank Robin back at the station, and I'm sportscaster Bryce Brady. Thanks for tuning in. The Bulldogs will be on the road in Telfair on Saturday for a pair of games. First pitch will be at 3 o'clock. I'm Bryce Brady. Thanks for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on your home of the Bulldogs, Y101.
Toombs County High School Bulldog Baseball, brought to you in part by
Wiggins Health Associates in Vidalia, Geiger Insurance and Taxes in Lines, Toombs Auto Parts in Lines, your Napa dealer, Heritage Ag Supply in Lines, The Sandwich Shop in Vidalia, Periphery Galaxy Food Store in Lines, Southeastern Tech in Vidalia, Gordy Enterprises in Lines, Zaxby's in Vidalia for indescribably good chicken, First Franklin in Vidalia, Reedy Creek Meat Company, 204 Washington Street in Vidalia, Rivers Heating and Air in Vidalia, Darrell and Lucretia Nobles in Lines, Stevens Truck Center, Highway 1 South in Lines, All Care Pharmacy in Lines, and Tarland and Timber, Highway 1 South in Lines.
Toombs County Baseball with a play-by-play of Bryce Barity.